Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
We haven't done this in so long.
It has
Yeah, it's
been
been a minute.
a while.
God.
How have you been?
I've been okay. How are you?
Not bad. Just here. I'm under quarantine right now, which is
Oh.
awful.
Ooh, yeah, it sucks.
No.
Can anyone hear me well?
I hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
I hear ya.
Lovely.
Is that your Putin voice?
It's my natural voice.
Perfect.
I believe it. I always see Murphy around. I just never talk to him.
Do you want to be Putin? Because he's apparently in this. You have the accent.
I can, I guess.
All right.
Wait, damn it, I lost the link.
It's linked
Yeah, it's
again
right
in the
It's-
thing.
We're in quarantine.
Yeah, thing. Like, how the fuck do we return to the thing? Oh, wait, never mind.
Yeah, just click it.
I can't hear you, Pike. I think I have to turn you
shit.
up.
I think I need to turn you guys up.
Maybe it's my mic.
This work will have adult content. Lovely.
Oh, that's right. I have to switch the mic over. Hold on.
So we have to.
What kind of fucking tags are these anyway?
Oh, these are actually not the worst tags that we will be seeing today.
Oh no,
Like,
yeah, we're saving that for last.
Leftist,
Is that a little better?
leftist overtones? Really?
Slightly leftist. Don't worry about it.
Old man sex?
Oh yeah.
Spicy.
It's
McDonald's
Sundays
best
all
tag.
over again.
My personal favorite tag is the coronavirus tag.
Hell yeah, that's a timely tag.
Yep.
McDonald's
How
tag.
is this academia? This is like the exact opposite of academia.
No. This is historical fiction. Therefore,
I don't think so.
Wait a minute. Categories: female and female, general, male and male. Really?
Oh my.
I
Original
see.
female character.
Relationships. Donald
Hold on,
Trump,
original robot
Vladimir
character.
Putin. Past.
I love this. Thank you, people.
Yes, of course. You mentioned robots, and Pike already comes.
What? I don't come to robots. I just get excited. Robots are cool.
Oh yeah, he gets excited.
We don't,
Yeah,
kink,
and?
we don't kink shame here, okay?
Yeah, and? Want to fight? Come on, Murphy. I'll teach you one right now.
1v1 on fucking Kursk and War Thunder.
Hell yeah.
Oh god, look at, I see the artist realizes what he's done in the notes.
I mean, it does say it's satire, so they have to be at least somewhat self-aware.
Some of the other ones that I stumbled upon were not satire, like the Eye Phantom one.
They were not at all. You know, one thing I'm kind of glad about whenever I was a kid was because, like, I thought people didn't do like fan fiction, and if I knew about it sooner, I would have probably made like a whole bunch.
Oh,
I'm glad I'm over that.
As someone who wrote some, not ironically, in middle school.
You know, reading a bit ahead on this fanfic, and I'm sorry, this line is standing out to me. She even had a job in her chosen field at McDonald's University, where she was tenured at a fixed salary of $40,000, 40,000 bucks a year.
That's like
that
$40
nice,
a year.
Actually.
That's not an actual salary. It's not a real salary.
I heard 40,000.
40,000 McBucks in a year.
McBucks? I love it.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it.
Bruh, you know, Burger University is harder to get into than Harvard. Like, no joke.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
They have a burger university?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard to get
Isn't
into.
it like...
Look, I'm not even American, and I know how many fucking burger joints are in America.
No, I knew that.
There's a burger
but I'm surprised that there's a burger university.
Yeah, and there's a burger in Hamartology. I think I said it right.
That I'm not surprised about. Like, I understand there being a field, but an entire college dedicated solely to hamburgers?
Yeah.
Look, you gotta get those burger scientists.
Man, they got entire fucking colleges of burger scientists, and they still can't make a cheeseburger worth a damn.
Well, that's not true. You ever been to
I
Whataburger
guess
or
I
A&W?
will
They're pretty good.
voice Maya
Look,
Hopkins.
I know what I'm talking about. I work at McDonald's.
Hmm.
They have McDonald's where you are?
Yes, they have McDonald's in Lithuania. It's fucking McDonald's, Melinda.
One thing that you I remember you posted it. It was the first Soviet or
Yeah,
what
it
was
was
it?
the
Yeah,
first,
Soviet burger, McDonald's
the,
burger
yeah,
joint.
the first McDonald's in the USSR.
That's pretty neat, actually.
You know,
Not very easy for the workers, to be honest.
McDonald's in the USSR sounds like two things that should never be together.
Mm-hmm.
It was a forbidden love.
Like
Thank
Putin
you,
Like,
and
or
Gorbachev.
like,
Trump.
yeah, or like Pepsi and nuclear submarines.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Are you
So
guys
why
Salt
ready
is
to
and light
read
crack?
this?
Pepsi. Yeah, I'm
Sure,
ready.
why is cracking this? Multiple
No,
time
no,
frames.
that's a tag for when something is like LOL random.
Oh, I thought it was like smoking
You
crack
know,
or something.
No, no, that would be specific. Smoking crack would be the tag for that. That's a
Interesting.
different tag. Or drug use. Illegal substances were
look,
intaken.
imagine early 2000s internet that's crack.
Mm-hmm.
The internet basically
Delicious.
is crack. Let's be real.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
all
it kind of
addicts
is.
now.
It's pretty addicting.
God, don't I fucking know it.
All right, so chapter one. Chapter one. Maya Hopkins, all things considered, did not have it bad. It was sometimes hard to remember that, though, particularly at times like these. With great effort, she heaved her shovel down into a massive heap of nuclear waste and breathed deep into her oxygen mask. Yes, all things considered, she had it pretty good, particularly in this economy. Maya had been educated at multiple Ivy League schools back when there were multiple universities to choose from. She had earned her bachelor's degree at Yale and gone straight to a doctorate from Columbia, where she had also completed her postdoc. That was until the coronas, until the apocalypse, until the world changed. Little could she have imagined what the world would look like 20 years from that. When Maya had gone for a gender study degree, she had not imagined herself sweating in a hazmat suit, digging through an endless nuclear desert of radioactive wastelands. But, all things considered, she had a job. And a job was better than no job. She even had a job in her chosen field at McDonald's University, where she was tenured at a fixed salary of 40,000 bucks a year. Reaching a sweaty, gloved hand down into the filth, Maya paused to allow herself to catch her breath. She thought of her sister, a history major who admired in anthropology. This job was certainly better suited to an anthropologist. The entire humanities department had been slashed after the coronas, all except gender studies. And she had been mocked for picking a useless degree. How else could Pride Culture continue to sell sassy McGay t shirts if not for gender studies professors to continually prove that we are still oppressed? Maya thought. That's why she was here, at the bottom of the Tatum pole, literally a filth digger. It was all to cause a mass marketed scandal. Rainbow
I don't like
capitalism relied on a positive gain to lost PHT, piping hot tea ratio. Someone, after all, needed to be brewing the tea. Maya sighed and heaved herself down into the filth. It couldn't burn her skin or give her corona because of her suit anyway. What had she become? What had this world become? She only continued to live on because someone needed to provide for her married wife and her two young McSanctioned children. How else was she supposed to live? My God.
it. This is
So
awful.
tragic.
I like where this is going.
Back in the day, she had been a progressive. She had desperately hoped that the coronas would make for positive change, healthcare reform, and a guaranteed living wage. Instead, the legendary God Lord Trump had declared a nuclear corona bomb to be thrust upon all enemy nations. And his eternal reasonableness, that included everyone but the great McUSA. Then the Great War came, and then the famine. The people turned to the only God they knew, the Grand Prix McDonald's Corporation. So began the new pantheon, God Lord Trump, Jesus Christ, and Ronald McDonald, our Lord and Savior. Maya leaned back and looked up at the sky. It was hazy and orange with pink and purple clouds. She had read somewhere that this was caused by the massive amount of pollution in the air and the radiation soaking into the atmosphere, but somehow it looks beautiful anyway. She reached back as if to make a snow angel in the murk. She missed snow and weather in general. She missed the old way before the dark times had hit. She even missed the period of quarantine. Back then, Maya had holed herself up in her small apartment with her wife and taught undergrads remotely on her ancient laptop. Ah, the simple life of a PhD student in 2020. Spaghetti or defrosted chicken nuggets for dinner every night. Receiving emails from her PI demanding that she continue to work through the coronas. She continued to work long after they ran out of chicken nuggets, long after the entire world had been put on a shelter in place order. At the time, it had seemed unfair, but now Maya longed for it. Even the cruel commentary on her dissertation seemed a blessing now. Now that she had joined the workforce, she understood why professors came off so harshly. It was a hard world. Suddenly, Maya's hand collided with something equally hard amidst the sludge. She gasped, grasping for it as she slid among the slippery waste. Could it be that she had made a discovery? She pulled it closer to the eye holes in her hazard mask to examine the and brush some brown material off it with her thumb. It was rectangular and thin, with a cracked screen. She flipped it over in her gloved palm, revealing three small cameras. The make of the device looked incredibly familiar, although she hadn't seen anything like it in decades. It appeared to be an iPhone, similar to the ones released just before the corona apocalypse. Maya furrowed her brow. Phones like this have been banned when the great Supreme McDonald's Corporation took over the government and announced the McSmartphone. Then, something else caught Maya's eye. She
Oh,
gasped. Engraved on the back of the device was a name. It was a name the world knew only too well. Donald J. Trump.
my God.
Well, first paragraph already getting intense.
So who's game to do Trump? Who's doing Trump? Because I think you're about to.
Me,
All right, get
I'm
ready
ready.
to get
I need to get. Sorry,
your
I need to
hands
get
wiggling.
comfy.
It's almost time.
I'm ready.
Wiggling.
Trump
I
sat
think
in his office, bored. He should have been stressing out about coronavirus, probably, but he really wasn't concerned. After all, he was basically God, and thus was not vulnerable to disease or even death. If he ever felt like he was going to die, he would just immediately pump the blood of the healthy young poor people into his veins and be fine. Furthermore, he was a very secure quarantine with access to the best ever healthcare. He wasn't worried about himself or anybody else. He never really was. What he was worried about was making sure the American public knew that he was going to be elected in the fall. Up until now, that could be ensured by posting angry tweets and calling other politicians rude nicknames. And it even worked for him in the past and would continue to work now. It had to. They had to win and win big. It was time to make America even greater than ever before, even greater than it had been before the coronavirus. This was an opportunity to assert his ultimate authority as the God King he was born to be. Trump reached into his desk drawer, past his collection of framed photographs of himself and fan art he had commissioned of himself and Putin and
Ooh,
framed $100 bills. He kept just to remind himself that he was incredibly rich. He pulled out his custom engraved iPhone and opened Twitter.
America is equipped to handle this crisis because we are a nation of great people, he
He
typed.
typed. Then he quickly Googled equipped and fixed his spelling error. Leaned back into his swivelly, comfy oval office chair that had been custom designed to accommodate his juicy orange butt.
mm,
It simply wasn't spicy enough. It wasn't rude enough. The American populace lived for him being a jerk.
America is equipped to handle this crisis because we are a nation of great people. The Democrats and fake news want you to believe this is a crisis. It is an opportunity to show our strength.
That was more like it, Trump thought, but it definitely went over the character limit. Besides, it didn't actually make sense that he himself called it a crisis and then said it wasn't one. All of this tweeting was tiring Trump out. It was so incredibly hard to sit in the Oval Office while working America, for the most part, continued labor to industry despite the deadly virus that had befallen them. Trump hadn't signed up to deal with a pandemic. He just wanted to flex his muscles and let America know how massive his dick was. This was like totally unfair. He opened Twitter again, the laborious click causing him to heave a deep sigh.
Sleepy Joe and Crazy Bernie want you to believe this is a crisis. Fake news! It's an opportunity to show our strength.
There. That was just under the character limit and cut right to the insult. Trump was just a man of the people after all, giving the people what they needed. He smiled and took a sip of his Poland Springs bottled water that he kept on his desk by the caseful. Suddenly, his phone dinged. That was strange. It was not the ding of a stupid idiot Democrat responding to his tweet, but was instead the ding that he had assigned to a different app, an app of a more private nature. Trump greedily opened Snapchat. Had Putin sent him another quarantine text? He immediately felt a little tiny boner pop up in his pants at the thought of it. Then he saw who it was from, and his boner withered and died. One unread snap, the app said. It was from Joe Biden. Trump stared at his phone screen as the words danced in front of his eyes. Surely this was a mistake. Surely this was meant to go out to those damn Democrats. Who's Biden?
Pike.
Thank fuck, not me.
What? No, I was Putin. I was Putin.
Oh wait.
Pike?
Oh
I
no.
mean, I guess it could be Biden. All right,
Okay, go
here we
for
go. Oh fuck, what's Biden sound like? Hey, big boy, you up?
it. Snap Fred. that was that was perfect. That's the
All right.
perfect Biden voice. Go
Good.
for it. The text was positioned over a dimly lit image of Joe Biden's sagging naked torso. Trump studied his expert graying manscaping that grew like a tiny prickly forest over his slightly plump belly. Biden was so pale, Trump thought, unable to look away. He clearly didn't believe in the chemicals Trump had injected into his skin to ensure he always maintained a radiant shade of orange. It was like poetry, Trump thought to himself. He, the tiger king of the American jungle, the working poor, his prey. Of course, he couldn't have a natural skin color. He was a god. Even still, there was something frighteningly appealing about Biden's pale, disgusting physique. As the snap closed, Trump made sure to take a mental picture of it. Then he promptly replied.
Wrong numbers, Sleepy Joe. Your dementia is showing.
He grinned deviously, imagining how embarrassed Biden would be when he realized the image had been sent to his rival. It was a shame that Snapchats got deleted several seconds after viewing them. If Trump hadn't been so transfixed by Biden's sagging pecs, he would have saved the image and used it to make a highly successful smear campaign. Oh well, Trump thought. He was rich and owned the surveillance state and could easily pull the data from Snapchat, pretending it was a matter of national security. Of course, it kind of was. America had to know. No straight white male patriarchal American wants to be governed by a queer person, let alone an old, gross queer person like Biden. Trump's affair with Putin was something entirely different, of course. Trump was still straight, after all. He was just bored and lonely on quarantine with Melania living in a totally different house. He couldn't bribe her with copious amounts of capital to have sex with him. It wasn't fair. And Trump most certainly was not gay.
Mm-hmm.
Trump stopped short mid thought, his internal monologue. He wondered if this would cause certain readers to believe the author was homophobic. It's all made, Trump thought to himself, and doesn't reflect on the author's opinion at all. He made a mental note to add a periotypical homophobia tag to his work, which was fairly satirical as the year was 2020 and homophobia was, in fact, still a rampant problem in America. Trump, of course, didn't find it a problem. Trump rarely thought about it at all. Suddenly, Trump's iPhone dinged again. That same familiar ding. It was a low, sensual ding. He opened Snapchat to an interesting emoji. It was the eggplant emoji. Three of them, actually, followed by the words. Followed by the
Pike.
words.
Oh, that's me. Oh yeah, this is a digit.
It's his initials.
DJT.
All right.
Yeah, initials. Come
This is
on.
DGT, right? Come on and get me, big boy.
Now, despite himself, Trump was fully erect. He was so horny since quarantine was put in place and he couldn't exploit whoever he wanted like that god king he was. Pathetic, he thought to himself, but arousing as well. He texted back,
That's President DJT to you, Sleepy Joe.
and within minutes he had a reply. It was Joe Biden's dick, and it was hard. Sleepy Joe was no longer sleepy. He was awake and he was ready to fuck.
God, I hate
This-
My God. Okay, I need a second. Oh my gosh.
Where I don't even know how you find this sometimes. Who makes this or why?
Honestly, it's like magic that she finds these.
It's. I believe it. I
I
believe it.
mean,
Poetry.
compared to the usual stuff she posts, finding this, needing a minute from this, you know it hits different.
It's a different
Yeah.
note.
Ugh, okay.
This is like a level over, I don't know, granny porn.
No,
I
this
don't think
isn't the
Granny
same.
Porn is that tragic.
It's too satirical.
Okay, are you guys ready for more?
I'm ready for it.
Back at the
Can't wait.
lab. Back at the lab, Maya had her McRobots remove her hazmat suit and put it in the purging chamber to remove all radioactive residue. She let the medic bot check for her for any signs of corona or any infectious disease. Finally, she was allowed to sit down at her workstation. The iPhone, fresh from the purging chamber, was now safe to touch with her bare hands. Maya marveled at her discovery, dusting it for fingerprints. Any signs of use had long been corroded by sludge, and the phone itself was long dead. And before she could attempt the impossible, to plug the vile machine in, she had to call her supervisor, the dean of the gender studies department, for permission. Maya booted up the communication device on her wrist. It looked like a small metal bracelet, and it was clearly modeled off the comm links in Star Wars.
Oh
Back
my
in the
god.
day, McDonald's would have had to pay Disney royalties for the right to use that style. Nowadays, the Supreme McDonald's Corporation owned Disney. They own Star Wars. They own the churches and every human on God's green earth. They were, quite literally, God. We activate this link in the name of Ronald McDonald. Amen. Maya muttered into her wrist, her words springing the device into power mode. Welcome to the Mic Communicator 2042, said a robotic female voice. Who would you like to call today? Dial Professor McFeminism, said Maya.
Feminism.
Did I hear Professor McMillian? The cheery female voice replied. Maya groaned. Oh, I guess that was the robot talking. Did I hear Professor McMillian? The cheery female voice replied. Maya groaned. It usually took several tries with these things. The operator had been a rush job from the Science and Technology Department at McDonald's University, New Austin, but she wasn't biased or anything. Dial Professor McFeminism, Maya insisted, dialing Professor McFeminism. Finally, Maya thought to herself as her ears were greeted by a shrill ringing sound. The faint outline of a rainbow robot began to assemble itself from the particles on her wrist. It was wearing a hashtag girlboss McT-shirt. Professor, Maya said, how are you doing? He wants to be Professor McFeminism.
Is Professor
Murphy, do
McFeminism
you want to,
a
or do you want
woman
me to?
or a man? I can't see.
It's excuse you, Professor
Okay,
McFeminism is
it
gender neutral.
they, him? Or wait,
Yeah.
what are the pronouns? Did
They
they say?
use
A pronoun is
them
them
Z's?
and
pronoun.
there.
Excuse you.
Sorry, I
It's
was looking at my
2042.
phone.
Get
I
with
was
the
looking at my
times.
phone. I wasn't paying attention.
Hmm.
Alright.
So, female or male voice?
What's
It's
a
up to you.
gender neutral voice? Who has the most gender neutral voice here?
It's a hashtag girl boss. So
Hashtag girl boss. So
Girl boss.
slightly feminine.
let's go full
It's,
drag queen. It's okay
let's,
Oh
now.
God.
It's
it's okay
2042.
now.
It's
It's
2042.
2042.
Everyone's a drag queen now. It's alright.
Not me.
Everyone's
Then.
gay.
I'm a lot of things, but I'm not, you know,
It's
that.
2020.
It's
In
almost
Look,
2042.
do I sound feminine to you?
Yeah.
you will in 2042
Yeah, in 2042.
You're
when
a
the
woman in a
testosterone
man's
dries
body.
off. In
What a
2042, they
tragic
will
thing.
like eject the testosterone from you with like a needle. That's how it works,
Eject.
right?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Eject.
We've only gotten so far.
All right, I'll do it. I'll try
You
a
sure?
voice. Yeah.
Okay.
I will
I'm
pray
pretty
for you,
sure
cunt.
Biden's not here in like a lot of these anyway, so I might as well. All right. Adverse systems neutralized.
Professor McFeminist said in a low drone.
The weather is typical. All is well at McDonald's University, New Washington, D.C.
I need to ask your permission to power up an artifact, Maya said. It's an iPhone. I suspect it's from the quarantine. It could have important information.
All smartphones other than Mix smartphones are banned by corporate.
I know that! Maya sighed in exasperation. But this one is important. It's engraved on the back with the initials of God Lord Trump. Professor McFeminism paused as a faint whirring sound transmitted through the communicator.
Hmm.
This was a good sign, Maya thought. It meant they were thinking.
I will seek permission from the Dean of Humanities.
Maya grinned despite herself. That was probably the best she could hope for. Even after the corona apocalypse, academia was subjected to an endless flow of meaningless bureaucracy. Perhaps it was even worse now that the graduate students no longer existed to bear the majority of the burden. Thank you, Professor McFeminism. Maya saluted them. Let me know what you find out. It had been 3 days, and Trump and Biden were still sexting on Snapchat. It felt so wrong, but also so right. It was so consuming that Trump had put Putin out of his mind completely. The Russian snaps had been left on read, and Trump hardly noticed the bold text or smirking emoji next to it. He had a new play toy. The American people were starting to wonder if the president was okay. He had been completely absent from press conferences, and his usual and the routine tweets were barren. His advisors insisted that he needed to make a move or people would begin to speculate that he was too sick. But Trump just ignored them.
If you talk to me again, I will fire you like the rest of them.
He said in one final angry text. Instead of dealing with politics, Trump was busy dealing with Biden's body. He had found in these past few days that a secret affair was just what he needed to get over these long, laborious days. He met Joe on Zoom dates, FaceTime, and Snapchat. But Trump wanted more. One evening, as he sat on his bedroom on a plush Tempur-Pedic mattress that had cost $10,000, he texted Biden those two glorious words.
Come over.
Trump implored. He knew that it wasn't allowed, that it was going against the warnings of every medical advisor and most of his cabinet. But he just couldn't wait. He needed Biden now. Plus, science and medicine had never stopped him before, so how could it stop him now? Now that he needed Biden's body more than ever.
I can't.
Biden shot back within minutes, accompanied by a sensual pic of his aging groin.
Coronavirus. Sad emoji face.
You're you're going to let that stop you
Trump demanded.
when you could have this?
His rotund orange tummy protruded across the phone camera like a ripe tangerine.
Give it to me,
Christ.
daddy.
He added for effect. Biden wouldn't be able to deny him. Not now, and not ever,
Fine.
Biden said.
You come here. Two-person meeting only.
But that wasn't enough for Trump, who had an endless supply of young working men's blood to sustain himself if he ever got sick. He would share with Biden in exchange for sex. He was about to argue as much when his phone dinged a long, sensual ding again.
JKT? I'm coming
Biden
to
wrote,
you.
my God.
You really need to add that
yeah,
tee.
yeah. I felt it was necessary.
That's
Tee
very.
fat old man sex.
Biden is young at heart, okay? I know he would totally say
He would
teehee.
totally do that. You
He would
know he
totally
would.
say JK teehee.
No, he put TP and then asked if that
Oh
was
yeah,
racist.
TP, yeah.
I can't believe Joe Biden's cheating on Obama.
I can't believe it either.
Where's Obama?
Where is
Really?
Obama? Where is he? He should know about this.
Obama is also quarantined.
Aw, damn.
Okay. I have to mentally prepare myself for this next sentence.
Oh boy.
Trump was sprawled out across his expensive bed when Biden climbed his rackety old bones up the tree to get to his window. In an unprecedented move of generosity, Trump had allowed the White House staff to shelter in place in order for Biden to access him without dealing with security. You could hear the arthritic crack of Biden's joints as he shimmied up the tree, clawing towards the windowsill. Trump lazily gazed at him, struggling.
Work for me, you lazy Democrat.
Trump muttered sensually. Biden chuckled.
I'm an establishment Dem,
He purred.
and therefore we are more politically similar than you could ever imagine.
I know that.
Trump rolled his eyes.
I just wanted to do a role play where you actually give a shit about the working class, and I can impress you with my giant MAGA cock.
I've seen your cock.
Biden said, finally letting himself in. He crawled across Trump's bed like a spider.
And it's not that great by any measure.
Trump shivered.
But you can't get enough of it.
They locked eyes. Both politicians knew the appeal of the affair came from the secrecy, and not from any attraction to one another. If they were actually queer and gave a shit about gay rights, they might be slightly cooler, but instead they were just getting off on being rich, establishment godlord politicians and had a long voting history of homophobia and racism to boot.
Pretend you give a shit about the American people.
Trump cooed.
For me, Joe.
Biden shook his head.
I can't do that. I already do that on the campaign. On the campaign trail all the time, and it's hard, Don. Let me just be an evil megalomaniac like you.
That didn't really compute to Trump. Sex to him had always been about asserting his power and wealth over the other person. And if they were equally power hungry and rich, what was the point? Still, Biden was here and he was horny. Trump was in no place to argue with his demands.
Fuck me, daddy.
Now
Oh, wait, that's
Biden.
you. Sorry. I can't read.
I can't either. Fuck me, daddy.
Diabetic is horny.
I can't say that. I can't say it.
No.
Do you know how
Nothing
hard I had
about
to
this
clench my
brought.
throat to make that voice? It hurts.
God, I can't believe Saya wants to get fucked by Biden.
I can't believe it either.
Can't believe it's not butter.
Mm.
Said Biden in a truly disgusting way. They hopped on top of each other and had sex in a truly unremarkable and unsatisfying way. In that moment, they understood the pain the author was in when she went
The
because
pain
neither
we're
of
in
them
reading this shit.
was prepped or used lube. It was terrible, just like this story, just like my life.
Same.
I'm sorry. I just want to say before, I can't believe it's not butter, said Biden in a truly disgusting way.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Lewd.
Lewd.
How provocative.
Oh boy.
Pretend I never said that.
God, this is getting more tragic and disgusting by the minute.
We're not
It's
even
okay,
at the
it's almost
better
over.
fic yet.
It's almost over. It was halfway
Lovely.
through the school week when Maya finally got her answer. It came in the form of a steely ding on her wrist. She was so excited, she ended her virtual lecture. What is gender, and what does it matter in an apocalypse? Early. Saying the Lord's Prayer, Maya started up her communicator, thrumming her fingers on her workstation in anticipation. Dr. McFeminism looked as stoic as ever. Today, they were wearing a Mick t shirt with the Superwoman logo. McDonald's had taken over the rights to DC Comics as well, of course.
My god.
Professor McFeminism, Maya stated. Did you get your answer about the smartphone? Her superior nodded their spiny rainbow neck as their headgear spun.
Under the Freedom of Religion Clause, there's a precedent for you to explore the contents of the phone. The clause states, any individual who finds religious artifacts is free to explore them in the entirety so long as they pertain to God Lord Trump, Jesus Christ, Ronald McDonald, our Lord and Savior, or any of the corporate sanctioned religious figures as subject to definition by Ray and Joan Kroc Foundation. McDonald's Incorporated, considering that this iPhone is labeled Donald J. Trump The Dean of Humanities is allowing you to pursue this research. He's even giving you a grant to explore the ruins of an ancient Macbeth Buy to find the proper chord.
Maya froze. A research grant? It had been 10 years since she had been granted funding, which was yet another ploy to oppress queer people and flip profits on McRainbow merchandise. Wow, she stuttered. I am so thankful. In Ronald's name, we say amen.
Amen.
Professor McFeminism replied in their calculating, unemotional way. Just as religion should be, Maya supposed, as poor corporate regulation.
You may take a research sabbatical starting in 2 years.
Professor McFeminism continued. Maya felt the color drain from her face. 2 years? With the way the nuclear wasteland was looking, she wasn't sure they had 2 years. McBest Buys would certainly be ravaged to their bare bones by then. She'd be lucky to find a charging cord now. Are you kidding? Maya slammed her fist down on her desk. Is there no other option?
Well, there is another way. You may take your own money and explore the Macbeth Buy by limiting your office hours and using weekends. That could begin on Monday.
Maya groaned. Even in an apocalypse, academia was still academia. There's no way to apply for funding any sooner? Professor McFeminism made a series of beeps indicating a calculation was in process.
I'm sorry.
They clamped their rainbow pincers together in thought.
Funding is only available for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics programs. Limited funding is available for humanities. Beginning in 2 years, art gets none.
Fine! Maya's fist swung at her communicator, shutting off the hologram. If developments were to be made in the field of humanities, she supposed she had to do it herself. Maya picked up a hazmat knapsack and stuffed it with provisions, food, McBuck's ID card, a laser gun, and the precious iPhone in its plastic case. She stormed over to her door where she input her new office hours and her communicator code as per the operator. Strapping on her suit and gloves, she hastily pulled the mask over her nose and mouth. When Maya was a reasonable distance from campus, she made sure to flip it off. The sludge was treacherous and deep, and there was no public transportation that she could afford. It would be a long hike to the Macbeth Buy. But Maya was dedicated to finding out the truth. What information was on this iPhone, and what could it reveal about the God Lord?
I'm sad this doesn't
Just
have a
fucking
sequel.
chode.
I mean, it probably just has his nudes, honestly. That's about it.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, not really worth it, honestly. Like, at most, it might have, like, a Putin nude, and that's about it.
I mean, who wouldn't want a Putin nude?
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
It probably has a
guys
bear
have a
somewhere
black
in there,
belt in
honestly.
Sambo. Like, if you
Maybe
have a
he has,
choice
like,
between
nudes
Trump,
of, what's his name?
if you have a
Fucking-
choice between Trump nudes and Putin nudes, what
I
would you
take Putin.
choose?
I'd rather
take
take
Putin.
Putin nudes. They're probably a lot cooler. He probably has, like, a bear in them. Or,
Yeah,
like,
he's
riding
probably naked on a horse in
nude.
the snow.
Yeah, yeah.
I would take that just because they'd be posed ridiculously.
Yeah, they'd be
I'm sorry.
cool. It'd be like, Iraqi's, like, shit. He's just
Like,
be
I feel like
posing like he's
Trump's
from
would be
straight
like
out
no
JoJo.
effort put in, where Putin would put all the effort in. He'd be like laying on a bed with like a fur blanket from like a
Yeah,
real bear that he killed with his bare hands.
yeah.
And there'd be rose petals everywhere, and it'd be snowing, and it would be outside, and the bed would be like a log.
Hell yeah. That's that good shit.
He'd be like, I'm sorry, but I would
Trump's
take.
would just be him sitting on, like, in the
You know,
bathroom.
I feel like Trump's wouldn't even get the important parts in it. It'd be blurry, and you wouldn't be able to
Yeah,
tell what
it'd
was
be
happening.
blurry. You wouldn't be able to see anything. It'd just be like mostly his pubes, and that's it.
The most low effort
Yeah.
pictures.
I
He
think
said
it'd
like
be like,
What I'm gathering from this conversation is that all of you are horny for Putin.
I
no,
mean,
I'm
who
not
isn't?
horny for it. I'm just curious to see how he
Uh-huh.
poses them
Uh,
because you know
oh,
for a fact he
Uh-huh.
would.
she's just curious, guys.
Yeah,
She's
it's just
Yeah.
curiosity.
I'm sorry, but this man poses and rides horses half naked. You know his nudes are interesting.
Sorry, not sorry? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like
That's
I
what I'm hearing.
wouldn't want to see it for the sex aspect. I just want to see how he poses them.
horny.
Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back.
This one's for research, this one's for later.
Yeah. All right, let's see. The next one is Commander in Heat.
I'm traumatized now.
I'll link
Sir,
it in case you
Commander
don't have
in
it.
Heat.
Yeah, that's the next one. We're reading a few political ones. Actually, let me see. Do I have the other one?
Yeehaw.
Alpha,
There's
Beta,
Commander in
Omega,
Heat
Big Bang.
and
I'm sorry. Vaginal sex between Donald Trump and Vladimir
no,
Putin.
just keep reading it. There's other
Implied
people there.
Mpreg. Set
Oh wait, yeah, it
marking.
is Emperor. Oh, it's Alpha and Beta. That I forgot this one. Ugh. All right, you ready, Mel?
I've returned.
All
What's
right.
up? Did you
I
link
linked
another
the
one?
other one. Yeah, the Commander in
Oh
Heat one.
God.
Suffering.
Oh God. Oh God. Okay, I skimmed over the tags on this one,
Yeah, this
and
one's yeah.
so
Where
I
would
don't
like
like
to
scent
spend
marking.
the night?
It's always been weird. I don't like that shit.
so Murphy, you're gonna get to be your Vladimir Putin now.
Lovely.
And I guess since Biden is not in this,
Red.
Pike can be the
I get to rest my
sound
voice.
effects.
Yeah, I love sound effects.
The sound effects and any other character that appears is
Yeah.
you.
Red. Oh god, I hope I don't have to be the sex sound effects.
Oh, there's actual Russian in this.
I
Don't
can't read
worry.
this.
Well, it says
No
hover
worries.
over the Russian sex with your mouse, or click on mobile to see hot, sexy, single Russian alphas in your area.
Hmm.
Oh, cool. I hover over and I can read it. That's
Oh yeah,
cool.
look at that.
I do like that. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
That's
Luckily for you, I can read both.
Can you say it? Can you speak them fluently?
can you speak the Russian and then the English just so we can hear both for
Oh,
research purposes, naturally,
Research. Clearly
uh-huh.
research.
What? You want me to read the Russians?
Yeah.
and the English.
Okay.
Okay.
Who am I? Am I sitting out on this one?
You're
No, because
you're
you're
you're Donald Trump.
Donald still.
Oh, I'm still Donald Trump? Okay.
Give me a second, though. I need to get a drink.
All right.
My soul is in pain.
Can this be worse than the other one?
I think so.
It might be. We'll see.
It doesn't have
I'm skimming
satire in the
through it.
tags, so I'm afraid. Somebody wrote
Yeah.
this was written anonymously.
This
So
one, I'm reading like I'm halfway through, and it's pretty horny. So it's definitely not satire. This is just pure lust. It's not gonna be fun.
Desperately looking for those tags.
Yeah.
give me a sec. I need to turn on my fan because this is getting a little steamy.
Ooh, the
I was
notes
just
at the bottom.
chirping.
This is how we're gonna be at the end.
New fact learned about Melinda. She enjoys sex between old men.
Oh my
No,
god.
she just. Eh.
I like to point all of you down to the bottom on the notes.
Oh yeah, I
Because
pointed
it's
that out too.
mood.
What's in the notes?
Mood.
I posted it in the Discord. It's taking a minute to load. There it is.
Classic. That's
Yeah,
me
that's how
right
we're
now.
gonna be. Yeah. God, I wonder if we have any vodka.
I haven't drank in a while.
I had half a glass of wine.
White, red, rose.
Nice.
Red. It was really bitter, so I gave the other half to my sister.
Smart.
I'm a sweet
Cheers,
wine kind of
model.
gal.
Sweet
I see,
wine's the best.
I don't like it if it tastes like, I don't know, sewage.
I don't
I mean,
really
it's
get
usually
the.
stronger if it tastes like sewage, but sweeter is just
But
just
like,
better. It just
I don't
tastes
like
good.
the aftertaste either. It's not
Eh.
worth it.
Yeah, but that's just
It's not worth
alcohol
it.
is the aftertaste, pretty much.
So,
Grape juice.
are you guys ready to read Commander in Heat?
I'm ready.
I'm as ready as I'm ever gonna be.
Summary.
Not
After
mentally,
years
but
of denying themselves, American President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin returned to rekindle their love after a crushing defeat. A Cold War apart, the absences only made their hearts grow fonder. And now something else begins to grow within them.
this winter on Netflix.
A Netflix original, right after Tiger King.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't Netflix.
Mm.
Time for
Let's
literature.
begin.
Donald stares out the window of the Oval Office at the Democrats gathering, conspiring to evict him from his own nest. His campaign is in shambles, the recent loss of the election looming heavy in his heart. And now, on the eve of being deposed, the worst possible timing, his heat has. Oh God, is this one of those alpha omega?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
shit!
it's
Yeah,
in the
I didn't read
tags. It's literally there.
that.
Yeah, these are the
Damn
worst.
it!
it's like that now.
Damn,
You didn't read the tags, they're at the very top.
I
I
did
have
not
no
read
idea
the
what's
tab.
going on.
I
Oh,
read
God.
that it was. Oh God.
You just read the MPreg and the characters, didn't
Yeah,
you?
that's what you
That's
were
all you
into,
read.
wasn't it?
I thought
Shall we?
I was
You played
Shall
confused
we
about
yourself.
continue?
You played yourself.
that up.
Alright.
I can't handle this. Holy
You will
shit.
survive, Mel. Don't worry.
Okay. His heat had arrived. Even now, Donald can feel the heat crawling beneath his skin, the flush rising to his face, the slick glathering between his legs. So long he's been without his heat, he'd almost forgotten the most natural of his urges. All too soon, the urge becomes
Ugh,
too much to
gross.
bear. Withdrawing from the window, Donald crosses to his desk. The slick blossoming between his thighs is steady now. I can hear my sister moving in the room next door. Holy shit. I hope she
She's probably inching so she can hear what you're saying.
Tell your
Yes,
sister we said hi.
Yeah, tell her I said hi.
Yeah, tell her we said hi.
that later. I don't want to invite her in on this mess. Mm.
Hold on, she's into
This.
yaoi. She might be into this. Hold up.
Hold up, let me call her.
No, no,
Does
no, you
this
don't.
look like regular yaoi to you?
I
No,
mean, have you read
my
regular
sister's
yaoi?
into.
It's pretty much.
She's not into it. Anything that has Donald Trump in it would be a turn off for her.
Oh,
It's okay, this isn't a turn on to anybody.
yeah.
And she likes the ones where the guys have the giant hands, and Trump is obviously lacking in that department. So,
We should have looked for the one where,
Oh,
he finds a
so I
giant
have a
hand in
chance,
him.
huh?
all right. The slick blossoming between his thighs is steady now. The need to bend over his desk and plea for someone to take him immense. But he knows if he starts, he won't get what he wants, the one he desires. It twists his gut, the reminder of how bereft he is, makes him yearn for the one man who he knows can fill his gaping chasm inside him. But the alpha is an ocean. I don't know why, but like whenever they describe them as like their whatever roles, it makes me so uncomfortable. Like this werewolf bullcrap just makes me
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
uncomfy. But the alpha is an ocean away, probably without even a thought to Donald's plight. He wonders if he's seen the election results. I'm horny. I wonder if he knows I lost. What a thought.
Yeah.
He wonders if he's seen the election results, if he knows of Donald's loss. He wonders what it means the man feels for his failure, if he's disappointed in the Omega. Overhot, Donald hastily strips himself of his shirt and tie, throwing them carelessly onto the carpet. He feels overdressed, smothered beneath these layers. The ache beneath his legs grows with every passing minute until Donald feels like he'll combust if he doesn't get some sort of relief. Tentatively, a blush rising at the throat thought of someone finding him like this, half bent over the presidential desk. Donald eases his pants down to his thighs. Pike, are you ready to do the sound?
Oh. Ready.
Seeks out the heat pulsing from his sex. The first touch brings a whimper to his lips, the sound graduating to a cry the further in he presses. Unsure
I
exactly what or who he's crying out for as he runs his fingers over the rivers of slick, staining his thighs. All too soon, he becomes aware that it's not enough, and Donald finds him aching for the fullness of an alpha's cock, a specific alpha. He cries out again, a sob buckling in his chest with the loneliness of being alone during his heat. And then, across the room, the door slams open forcefully, drawing his ministrations to a startled halt. Donald spins to address the intruder, and his breath stops. Framed by double doors, expression handsomely severe as always, is Vladimir Putin. Shock races through Donald's veins, speechless in the presence of his alpha. He feels himself straighten, feels himself drawn towards the man. He doesn't get further than a few steps across the Oval Office before Vladimir is racing to him, steadying him when Donald sways. This close. He can smell the man's scent, knows that he's really here.
Vladdy?
Donald breathes as the alpha caresses his cheek.
Это я, Тоня.
Oh,
It's
that's
me,
great.
Tonya.
Vladimir answers, his normally piercing blue eyes uncharacteristically tender as they take in his Omega. Donald's heart skips at the old nickname, worth blooming in his chest.
How?
Donald whispers, voice strained with something hopeful.
Did you get past the secret service?
Vladimir heaves deep breath, his eyes softening at the sight of his soon-to-be mate.
Ничто не может стоять между Alpha и его Omegой. Nothing can stand between an Alpha and his Omega.
Oh god.
Oh my gosh, I can't stand this.
Too much
Oh my
to
gosh.
handle for you, big boy.
No, I'm no
Get
Mega in
it,
this story.
Stevie.
I don't know how to
Donald-
feel about this.
Donald groans at the words, hands trailing between his legs to dip into the wet heat of his vagina.
Vagina.
Why? Oh, vagina!
What China?
I thought it was a Russian word for a second there. Oh, God. Vladimir's hand snaps down to circle his wrist, possessively and restraining as Donald gives a questioning noise of need.
Vladdy?
He prompts, breath hot on the alpha's neck.
What's wrong?
Vladimir growls low and deep in a way that makes Donald's knees weak.
Нет. No.
He murmurs.
Only Did you guys hear what I said?
I heard
No.
Only I get to grab you by the pussy.
God.
That's gross.
A
You love
thrill rushes up Donald, darkening his cheeks as he squirms. But, obediently, he withdraws his hand, giving Vladimir full access to trail his fingers down his throbbing warmth. When those fingers tease at his folds, Donald grabs at the alpha shirt with a weak cry.
Вот так. There you go.
Vladimir croons, teeth closing on Donald's earlobe as he trembles. He cups his Omega sex, squeezing possessively.
Все мой. All mine.
All yours.
Donald fingers, those long, thin fingers, so much more dexterous than his own short stubs, massage into the
Dexterous.
most sensitive area, coaxing a groan from Donald's plush lips. "Aw." He clings to the man, the urge almost blinding. He needs the Alpha's knot, the reminder of what this man is to him, of how much he means to Donald. All at
I'm
once.
sorry, hold up. The knot?
That's what they call it,
Oh, you
unfortunately.
must be new here.
No.
I might imagine human Donald Trump. Human Vladimir Putin, but with a knot.
No. That's
It's just what
it's
they
a
call
fan
it.
fic strip. See, in this alpha omega beta thing, the alpha has a nod, which makes him different from a beta.
Alright, fair enough. We'll discuss biology of alphas and fucking fanfiction tags later, I guess.
Right.
Keep reading.
All at once, the crushing pain of his election loss washes over Donald, drawing tears to his eyes as Vladimir's fingers continue to tease him.
Vladdy,
Я знаю,
please.
Доня. Oh, блядь. Я знаю, Доня. I know, Доня.
Vladimir says, cupping his Omega's thin locks and pushing to his toes to press a soft kiss to his forehead.
Ты так храбро спожался. Я так горжусь тобой. Моя великолепная сырная заташка. Jesus Christ, fucking Russian. You fought so bravely. I am so proud of you, my beautiful Cheeto Puff.
I'm sorry that I lost.
Donald whimpers, burying his tear-filled eyes in Vladimir's shoulder as he grinds against him.
I tried, but I.
The alpha soothes him with a deep, chest-filled rumble.
Тише. Я прощаю тебя, мой абрикос. Ну давай же. Hush. I forgive you, my apricot. Now come.
Vladimir adds, withdrawing his hands as he leads his Omega towards the desk.
Позволь мне позаботиться о тебе. Let me take care of you.
Every nerve sings in the presence of his alpha, and Donald lets the man bend him over the wood, tugging his pants down to the rest of the way until they gather at his ankles. He can feel Vladimir's hardness when it presses against his ass, grinding his length against Donald's heat. It's smaller than the average alphas, and it's more than Donald needs, the perfect size. When Vladimir's fingers wrap around his hip, Donald reaches back to stop him, looking over his shoulder to meet the alpha's inquisitive gaze.
What about Melania?
Melania,
Melania.
he asks regretfully. The grip burns against Donald's skin, making him wither into the desk with the possessiveness.
Она всего лишь бета. She's only beta.
Vladimir
Она,
growls.
она не может дать тебе то, что я могу дать, что тебе нужно. She can't give you what I can give you. What you need.
Donald shudders at the words, his heart singing at the declaration of the man's love. He parts his legs, beckoning the alpha in as Vladimir draws his length from his slacks.
Ты так совершенна, Тоня. You're so perfect, Tanya.
Vladimir murmurs, pressing a kiss between the man's shoulder blades.
Мягкий, как персик. Soft, like a peach.
With that, Vladimir presses forwards into him in one long, unbroken thrust. Donald groans wantonly at the depth, the feeling so much fuller after all this time apart. Vladimir seems to feel the same way, growling deeply as he bottoms out.
Yes,
Donald whispers, grinding back against the Alpha's member.
I need it, Vladdy. Please.
Vladimir's restraint snaps as he roughly grabs Donald's love handles, yanking him back to meet each gyration. Soon he is pounding into the Omega with bruising strength, chasing that slick heat. Before long, after so much time apart, Vladimir feels himself heading for his climax and knows Donald will be close also. He growls, mind heady with the sense of their lovemaking as they rock against the presidential desk.
Уступут. Submit.
Vladimir bellows, pistoning powerfully into Donald's tight heat. He wants to see his Omega come apart for him.
Уступить превосходству. Hold on, this is... Уступить превосходству России. Уступи превосходству России. Submit to the superiority of Russia.
I can't.
Donald cries. He can feel himself shattering apart around Vladimir's swelling knot. Tears stream down his cheeks.
I can't, Vladdy. I'm sorry.
Vladimir gathers his Omega up in his arms, seating him fully on his meager girth. Donald groans and slumps against his chest, head lolling back on his shoulder.
Все я в порядке. Моя сладкая морковка. Я прощаю тебя. Ты же не плачь. Твой Alpha as this. It's okay, my sweet carrot. I forgive you. Hush now. Don't cry. Your alpha is here.
Vladdy,
Donald moans weakly as Vladimir arranges him carefully. Then he finishes them with the last few direct thrusts.
Возьми, Доня. Кончи за родину. Take it, Donya. Come for the motherland.
A cry is ripped from Donald's throat as he comes, clenching down around Vladimir's knot. The alpha grunts, bending forward to bite into his Omega's throat to mark him as his own as Donald shudders bodily. Vladimir thrusts deeply into him, spurting his virulent seed into the Omega's heat. His knot locks between Donald's legs as they give out, and Vladimir lowers him gently back onto the desk, teeth still embedded in the man's scent glands. He pulls back to look at the mark, satisfaction rippling through him at the sign of their bond.
Scent glands?
Yeah, that's another thing. They got knots, they got vent glands, they got all kinds of shit.
What the fuck are they? What the fuck is this? A dog fucking a skunk?
That's pretty much what it is.
kinda.
Yeah.
Right.
Endomorphins flooding both of their systems, Vladimir settles down against his Omega to wait out his knot, petting down the Donald's flank as he slumps, boneless. Vladimir winds his fingers between Donald's, willing them closer together. Vladimir kisses his palms and whispers,
Такие маленькие руки. Идеальные руки для моей идеальной омеги. Such small hands. Perfect hands for my perfect omega.
Donald whimpers into the wood, clenching around his alpha's knot.
Vladdy,
He strokes over Donald's stomach, a soft smile twisting his lipless mouth.
Наши щенки будут такими сильны... The fuck? Наши щенки будут такими сильными, Доня. Гораздо сильнее, чем другие твои дети. Дональд, младший, Эрик, Иванка и тот другой. Our pups will be so strong, Donya. So much stronger than your other children. Donald Jr., Eric, Ivanka, and that other one.
yes.
Donald agrees.
Они будут щенком нашей коалиции и коалиции наших народов. They will be the pup of our coalition and the coalition of our nations.
Donald
Yes.
smiles tiredly.
Yes.
Vladimir kisses the mark on the side of Donald's neck, pleased when the Omega shivers.
Это великий день, Доня. То, что начиналось как день неудачи, теперь день победы для нас обоих. This is a great day, Donya. What started as a day of failure is now a day of victory for us both.
Donald turns his head to meet Vladimir's mouth, lushes fluttering as the Alpha kisses him forcefully. When they break apart, Donald murmurs,
It was worth losing this election just to see you again.
Vladimir smiles.
Я знаю, Доня. Я тоже тебя люблю. I know, Donya. I love you too.
You know, this
Right,
wasn't bad.
Yeah. I mean, it was still it was very horny.
Kill me.
Murphy's
That
dead.
made me more uncomfortable than the other one, I'll be real.
Yeah.
Is it because of my superfluous voice?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, a bit, yeah.
a little bit, yeah. You did good. You did good.
I know I did. A lot of people tell me I should either be a priest or a radio host.
Well, radio would be better,
Why
I
not
think.
both?
Why not
Radio
both?
priest.
Trust me, you don't want to know.
Hmm.
You
That
don't want to
bad?
experience. Look, there is a there's a radio station called Saint Mary's Radio here in Lithuania.
Mhm.
It's the driest fucking shit. Oh my god.
You can make your own,
Like,
spice it up.
Spicy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, are we
No
doing this one
fucking.
already?
If you guys really like, just skim over a paragraph of this. If you guys, Pike and I were discussing, and we were gonna do like an endurance test where everybody reads a line, and we just do it until like we have to tap out. This one is physically painful.
Bro, you're gonna lose.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
Just read the writing in this.
Okay,
And
I'll try.
I think it'd be
Just-
more complicated with more people. Because my
But
view was
holy
just
crap.
like, you read one line, then I read one, and we just like keep skipping and go that way. See which
I
one of us
have to
can do
go
it
to.
more. But if it's four of us,
I
then
don't know.
I think it'd be a lot more
I don't
complicated.
know if I can survive this, lads. I just I am post shift. I just came back from work. To be honest, 3 hours ago.
Well,
gotcha.
you can, sit this
I'm
one out if
dying
you want.
here.
But
I
I
need to
don't. I don't
sleep.
think like just the way it's written is awful. I don't think any of us can handle that.
I think we might be able to get through one chapter.
I don't want to get through any.
Oh, fuck! I just realized.
What
No,
happened?
I just realized you're live streaming this. Fuck.
Yeah. I said that earlier.
Right. To how many people?
I don't know, like 2, 3 people that showed up. One person showed up.
Can you link it?
Oh yeah, here.
We're going viral and I'm gonna cry.
Oh no.
No, it's not going viral. Literally, one person just showed up.
I'll wait for that person.
Same.
They've heard some shit.
Yeah, they heard some weird
Why
shit.
would
They
you
were here
do
for
this
like
to
the first
yourself?
one.
Oh god, Pike, you're fucking streaming this on your own channel?
Yeah, where else
Brave
would I
move.
stream it?
Christ, I thought Evilicious
They're
was doing
real.
this.
No, Evil tried once, I think.
I don't know how to do it.
Oh.
What? I thought you did.
Like I kind of do, but I don't know how to use like at all. I don't have good enough internet to do it without
yeah,
my
that's probably
entire
another
computer
issue.
dying.
American Internet Lamau.
Well, no.
So there's one person watching it, and I'm pretty sure it's me.
Pretty sure it's also me. It's gonna bump up to 2. Someone else
Man,
showed up.
you gotta put this on your YouTube channel, won't you?
No.
You should.
Oh, this is not as bad as the other one. Holy
Yeah.
shit, the one where it was just piking myself.
Yeah,
and we
that
were,
was fun
like,
though.
That was fun, but we read the first fanfic in a bunch of different fandoms on fanfiction.net,
Yeah, that
and
was
they
rough.
were they
It was
were rough.
wild. It was wild.
The
though.
JoJo one was like a part 10 in a part that we did not
Yeah, we
read
had
the
no
first.
idea what we were getting into. It was great though. It had
Didn't
all
it have
kinds
like
of shit. The
Digimon
thumbnail
in
I
it?
made for that was great. I love the thumbnail I made for that. I think I posted that one on my
That was a good
YouTube.
thumbnail.
Yeah, that shit was good.
I am still under that belief that the Homestuck fandom is the worst.
I still can't believe it's
Yeah.
still going on.
I can't believe it still exists too.
What about the one
Oh.
slut fandom?
The what? Oh, the ones. Oh God, no! Please don't remind me of that. I'm pretty sure most of them have moved on. That's
To be
what I
honest,
want to believe.
That's
this
the
was
worst.
very fun, but I really have to sleep.
Oh,
Go
yeah,
to
get
What
some
sleep.
time
sleep,
is
Murph.
it?
Don't stay up for us.
Yeah.
Is
no.
it like 5 a.m. or
Trust me.
4 a.m. over there?
Oh yeah, you're
It's
fuck.
3:30, but I am after 8 hours of standing, hawking
Yeah.
fucking burgers to fat people. Okay, I work at McDonald's style. I don't get
I
paid
know.
shit posting on FJ.
I remember.
Yeah. Go get
That
some sleep,
days.
man.
All right, stay safe, people. Just
Stay
don't
safe,
die of
man.
cringe.
Yeah. Oh, we're
I'll try
probably gonna
not
die.
to. Maybe I'll get you a Christmas present.
Yeah. There he
I feel
goes.
bad for Murphy.
Yeah. You did a really good voice though. I'll
He did a
applaud him.
really good voice act.
Yeah.
Like, if he had a better microphone, like, he would actually probably go pretty far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm
Alright.
kind of tempted to link. Oh God.
Which one?
I don't know.
I have a
kinda,
few that you linked. I have the Mousia. I found a Ben
I kind of
Sharpio
want to
one.
put in
I
the
don't know
what?
if I should link that one. I found a Ben Sharpio one.
A what one?
Ben Sharpio.
Shapiro,
boy.
you mean?
Shapiro, Sharpio, it's the same shit. Shapiro, yeah, Shapiro.
Scared.
That. Him.
Can any of you do the Ben Shapiro voice?
I haven't tried, but I'm pretty sure
I
I
can
can.
try, but it's probably gonna be awful and just like all my other
It's
voices.
the whitest voice on the planet. You gotta sound like you're smacking mayo.
Oh god.
Is that what white people do?
I haven't read this. I just saw it and I read Ben Shapiro, so I was like,
I was gonna link that weird ass spa day one with because it had the Corona stuff in the beginning.
Oh, Spa Day. Did you
I
link
think I
that one to
linked that
me?
one to you before. The Final Fantasy one.
Oh, oh, I know the one you're talking about. I think.
I'm 90. Just. Uh,
Let me see if
uh.
it's here. Yeah, I found it. Oh, yours. Yeah.
Not mine. I did not write
Oh
this.
yeah. Sorry. The BB Plaid one. Yeah. This artist. This beautiful,
That's a
wonderful
lot of
artist.
tags. Murphy left the group.
Oh, rip. Oh, well, why did
A
leave?
smart man.
Very smart. He left just as you posted it. It's perfect.
He knew
Oh
what
god,
he
he
was.
knew. He knew.
Oh my
All right,
god.
here we
Oh
go.
my god. Ben Shapiro and Donald.
Yeah, the Ben Shapiro one is yeah.
Mm.
Part one of the Homestuck series.
Yeah, I
Frank, what
saw.
is
I
this?
just saw that it had Homestuck in there, so
Oh my god, it's written like Homestuck.
yeah, it's awful.
Ew.
I hate this. I
I
hate
hate
this.
it. I only read that it's all Ben Shapiro, so I was like, maybe this is something. But
Oh my
no, I
god.
was wrong.
Did you read the tags?
I read some of them. Yeah,
My Hero Academia,
yeah, I saw that.
Danganronpa B3,
I don't know who
Theodore
Danganronpa
T.C.
is.
Calvin,
I don't
Donald
know who that
Trump,
is.
Sex Doll. I think that's a Homestuck character.
Oh God.
Sex Doll of Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Dave Strider, Carcat Ventus, and Ben Shapiro.
God.
Additional tags: Peace Stuck, Piss, Hot, Donald Trump dies, Bottom Donald Trump, Bisexual Dave Strider, Everyone is Gay, Earth Sea,
I
Homestuck.
hate this.
Why would you do this to yourself?
Look,
The
I just saw it.
format-
I just saw the words Ben Shapiro, and I was like, interesting.
The formatting alone is enough to murder me.
Yeah, this is awful. Oh wait, I found an even better one. No, wait, this
Oh
one
no.
might be too raunchy.
Too
Are you sure about
raunchy.
that?
After the smut we've already read.
Okay, alright, I'm gonna link it then. I literally have only just barely started reading the tags, but I'm linking it.
Better not be as bad as that Winnie the Pooh one.
Oh god, I hope. Who knows?
Ben Shapiro gets destroyed with flax and logic and a vibrator.
uh,
Makes sense.
yeah, makes sense.
If you were Jeremy Hodgson, this is not what you think it is. Keep scrolling. That is my new favorite tag.
Which one?
If you were Jeremy Hodgson, this is not what you
Oh
think
yeah,
it
I
is.
saw that.
Oh my god, this is Ben Shapiro, ex-reader.
Oh god, no. I don't want to be the reader.
I'm not being the reader.
Oh god.
So one of you has to be Ben, the other one has to be the reader. Reader
Oh god.
Chan.
How long is this? Oh my god.
How long is it?
It's pretty long. I'm scrolling
it's a
and I'm
meaty
still
boy.
scrolling. Yeah, this is pretty thick.
It's bulky.
It's bulky, yeah. This one's at least a couple hundred. Ooh, it's 6,000 words. That's a lot. I think that's shorter than the Phantom one.
The Phantom one is
Well,
200,000 words.
No. I mean, like, just the first chapter. Like, the first
yeah.
bit. Yeah, it's longer than the first chapter. Oof.
Oof, oof. Ooh. Well, this is spicy. I'm not mentally ready.
I feel
I'm
mentally
neither.
scarred. What are you talking about?
Alright, I think I could be the reader. If you want to be the Ben. The
Oh, I
Ben.
gotta see this.
Okay.
Wait, what would I be?
Are there other characters
I'm
here?
inviting somebody else to the chat.
Oh,
Okay.
rad.
Oh crud, they're not who I thought they were.
Oh shit.
Dude. Oh.
Whoops. Who are you inviting?
I thought this was somebody else, but I already invited them.
Uh-oh.
I meant to message somebody. Oh crap.
Uh-oh.
Too late.
Too late.
You accidentally.
Uh-oh. Eternal sweaty hands.
We're reading Ben Shapiro fanfiction.
Oh, are they connected? They're still connecting.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not even here. Yeah, they're just ringing. I don't think they're gonna answer.
Okay. Oh, shoot.
Oh, there they go.
God. Suicide.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Okay, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. Good.
Yeah, it's just kind of questionable. It's not really horny. It's more just weird.
Gotcha.
Because I mean,
Oh, Seal Boy's online.
rad.
Oh yeah. He's in.
Rad.
One of my favorite
Is he gonna be
users.
reading or just listening?
Yeah, he said he wants to read.
Oh, rad.
Ooh. All right.
Nice. Seal boy.
Hello.
Yo.
Oh, he's ringing. It's ringing.
Oh, okay.
Not here yet.
Yo.
Seal.
Sense.
Okay, so hey,
Yo.
we are
Ew.
reading Ben Shapiro Gets Destroyed with Facts and Logic and a Vibrator.
Oh, nice.
So Pike is
I just
being
linked out.
the reader who is female. And Sayo is being Ben Shapiro, I guess.
I'll try.
I'm just here for the ride, I guess.
You can be the
Yeah.
sound effects.
Okay.
Alright.
What sound effects do I need to prep?
All of them. Any that you feel would be relevant. Use sound effects at your own discretion. Yeah.
That's a good sound effect.
Definitely something, the sound of Ben
That's something Ben
Shapiro's
Shapiro
vibrator.
would make.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. All right.
There you go.
Summary. Strap-ons are difficult to sneak into awards shows filled with Republicans who are already deeply mistrustful of you. Remote control vibrators are a piece of cake to sneak anywhere. This
Poggers.
is a story of how that
Please don't
goes.
say poggers.
Notes. No, I don't know what he's getting the award for. No, I didn't do research for this. I write fanfiction about Ben Shapiro getting railed, and I'm not exactly a resident wiki on TV channels in America that would air this sort of thing. Go watch one of this hour-long podcast or something. Fact checking doesn't feel like my problem. I'm just horny and bisexual, and don't take responsibility for my actions. XOXO.
Oh God. All right.
All right. You always enjoyed being on stage, the adrenaline of it, the feeling of being important and in control, the song and dance of it all, putting on a performance. Staring out onto the rows and rows of Republicans on the edge of their seats, a sea of painfully Caucasian faces stare eagerly back at you. The first woman they've seen in months who hasn't been actively filing a restraining order against one of them or running away from them in the streets. You cringe internally, but no matter. It is not your purpose today to right the wrongs of the world and educate white supremacists who will never accept that they are white supremacists, although that wouldn't go amiss. No, today's purpose is to make Benjamin Aaron Shapiro comes so hard he forgets his own name.
I, Benjamin Aaron Shapiro,
He says into the microphone.
am so incredibly honored to be receiving this prestigious award that you, my wonderful supporters, have decided to bestow.
Christ, he's annoying. You tune out almost immediately, turning your thoughts and thumb back to the little sleek black remote in your hand. It's on zero at the moment, and its partner rests an inch or two up inside the man delivering one of his world class rambling speeches next to you, just waiting to fuck up his perfect litany of words picked straight from the thesaurus. You discussed it a week or so ago, the idea of using a remote controlled vibrator in a public place. You've been thinking restaurant. You think award show aired on national television isn't much that different anyway. So it came to be this whole fiasco transpired.
And all of you intelligent, well bred alphas,
You turn your head quickly so that no one will catch the smirk that flits across your face at the thought of this. Ben isn't a stupid man. He knows how to play a room, and right now, this room is 10 hours deep into a Monopoly game. Every pale and unmoistured face gazing up at your fuck toy like he was birthed by Mother Teresa herself. Alphas indeed. Republicans are the easiest of all to manipulate with buzzwords like American legacy, tradition, freedom, and most noticeably, alphas. It's the concept of being the best, you suppose, the most dominant, the most worthy, the most important. Ridiculous. Speaking of buzzwords, though, your thumb glides back over the remote and the slider goes off, off a scale from 0 to 100, catching at every multiple of 10 or so that a multiplier can easily tell from the touch alone when they're putting their partner in terms of pleasure. What the hell, you think to yourself, bagging back another gram, and slide it up to 20. Lexi, this is not what you think!
Oh no.
that's exactly what you think.
Oh no, this happens every time.
Well, what
Classic.
happened?
Someone barges into a room.
No, the door's locked. She's getting outside the door.
Oh god.
I'm knocking, but I'm
Tell her
coming
we
in
said hi.
anyway. In privacy.
Lexi, it's about Ben Shapiro, the guy who doesn't have wet ass pussy. I can't hear you. I'm wearing headphones.
Talk about your sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell her to draw a seal.
Lexi, can you please draw a seal? Can you draw a seal? I don't want you to, but the person I'm talking to does, or one of the people.
Draw a seal.
He requests you draw him a seal. It is not a fetish.
Seal
Is it a
fetish.
fetish?
The seal borer.
I think at this point it's a
He
fetish
hoards
for you.
pictures of that people have drawn of seals for him. It doesn't have to be a
I
good
like-
seal. He just likes
I like to
drawings of seals.
Imagine it as like an art gallery.
How
I
many
like
seals
gallery
are you up to in
seals.
your Boro?
More than 430.
You
Nice.
passed 420. Nice.
He has passed 420 drawings of seals, Alexis.
It's
This
not
is his
weird, I
hobby. He's
swear.
a collector.
It's his hobby.
A seal collector.
He's
Okay,
a
she has-
connoisseur of seals.
432.
She has fucked off. We can
Oh,
continue.
damn it. Alright, where were we? We were at Ben gives a little jolt, I think.
Whack
Ben
as
gives a
fuck.
little jolt and his knuckles go white on the sides of the podium. But nevertheless, he continues with whatever nonsense he's bullshitting about the state of what Biden's America is going to look like now that the evil Democrats want silly little things like rights. 30, and he turns a surprised gasp into a cough that makes the front row a lot less concerned than it should, considering the current climate. Nevertheless, the brave trooper manages to finish his sentence on 30 and, much sooner than planned, speech itself within another paragraph. The final
And thank you all for coming.
merits a round of applause, and your thumb going right back down to 0. You catch
Fuck
Ben's
yeah.
face as it hits the big O, and you can't help the gleeful memory that resurfaces of you asking him to take his fingers out for the first time and the way he looked at you then. Republicans. Really, one would think they were used to being let down by now. Ben tentatively steps off the podium like he's expecting a foot to shoot him to shoot out and trip him. No foot comes, but you stroke the black bullet in your hand, keeping your eyes on him the whole time. They're probably burning through the back of his thick skull.
Sir?
You say, and internalize the look he gives you at the mere utterance of the word. You might as well be calling him Milady, for
Oh,
all
God.
the accuracy it holds.
Sir, you seem to be a little hot. Have you thought about taking off your jacket and carrying it in front of you?
Your eyes drift to the front of his trousers and then snap back up to his face meaningfully.
It's only a suggestion.
It takes a moment for the penny to hit the floor.
Oh, yes, yes, you're right. Quick thinking, yes, no, I can see why I hired you.
Your name, that's what why Ed is.
Oh,
Oh,
So just put a random name in there. Pike, what do you want your girl
oh
name to be?
shit. I
Safina.
can't think.
Safina.
Safina. Yeah, that works. I was gonna say Samantha, but that's close.
okay.
your
Want me to redo it?
Safina.
yeah.
Oh, I am, yes, yes, you're right. Quick thinking, Safina. I can see why I hired you.
He darts his gaze back to the ground and shrugs off the suit jacket, bringing it to fold in half over his arms held in front of him.
Quite right.
He echoes quietly and then raises his eyes to yours.
Yeah, are you going to come walk around with me?
I'll be right behind you.
You say and gesture for him to begin his introductions.
After you, sir.
Right, okay.
You haven't bothered to learn anyone's names here, but if 7 different Smiths on the hotel registry on the way and have anything to do with anything, then it isn't exactly going to be hard. You scan the room for anyone looking even slightly uncaucasian or under the age of 40. It's a very little success. At the end of the day, the bar is on the floor, and if you can at the end of the day by making Ben Shapiro come in his pants, then it's been a good one. You've got
No.
a pretty smile, and this is the time to shut up and use it. Rely instead on the man nervously walking 2 steps ahead of you to do the talking for you. There are other ways than speech to get message across, after all.
Ah, Brett Anderson. Might I introduce you to my assistant, Sophina? She's been helping me with my speech and podcast. She's wonderful, persuasive influence, very confident. She's been changing my mind on quite a few things.
Oh shit, I guess I should be Brett because Seal is gone. Good girl. Been attending is every need, eh? Oh, oh no,
Brett
she's gone.
guffaws and throws his head back.
Not a bad looking thing. You've got yourself quite an assistant there, Ben. How have you been getting yourself up the ladder, eh, sweetheart? I was personally recommended, wasn't I, Ben?
You look at him expectantly.
Wasn't I?
Your thumb slides up to 20. Ben hails sharply.
Yes, yes, by only the best, the most influential, yes, of course.
Brett looks at him, surprised.
Oh, all right then. Love the speech anyway. All that stuff about need to uphold tradition. I almost said upload. Fuck. Uphold tradition. The role of family, women's place, and all that.
He winks at you.
Wink.
40, and Ben ducks his head so that Brett won't catch his expression.
Yes, thank you. We better move on. Thank you, Brett, for your time.
This is also you.
What is your plan, Sophina?
He hisses at you and both wander. He hisses as you both wander through the crowds, giving tight smiles to passers.
What's the game here? Every time someone else says something you don't like, you decide I need an electric shock to my.
You can say prostate, sir.
You murmur.
It isn't a dirty word.
It is where I come from.
It's biology. I thought you people never shut the fuck up about biology. Besides,
You add as an afterthought.
it's not an electric shock, it's a vibration. That's making you feel really, really good, isn't it?
Ben says nothing, but he's walking funny. Another balding white man and his rather tired looking wife, who look at you like you're something on the bottom of their shoes, The man talks to Ben for 2 minutes about his secretary, and when his eyes fall back on you with a particular brand of leer that you've only seen on men who are undressing you with your eyes, revolting. You take Ben to 60, and he grabs your shoulder more roughly than you would normally dare and swivels you away from the pair and towards the information boards at the back of the room. When he drags you behind them, he seems to realize where he is and who he's dealing with, and lets go quickly, looking embarrassed. It doesn't matter. He gets his desired result anyway. You wrap your hand around his throat, pressing down with your fingers on either side of his windpipe just enough to cut most of the blood going to his brain, as if wasn't all flowing south anyway, and restrict enough airflow that his mouth opens wider to try to take more air in, and he stumbles back into the wall. One palm pressed to the semi that he's got going on, and the other hand holding him firmly in place by the throat. Vibrator still at 40. You're watching his face go from shock to pleasure to something you've only seen on people high as a kite on premium drugs.
I'm putting my hand down your pants now.
You say casually, as if you're telling him it looked like rain.
Don't make a sound. We've got a couple hundred people out there. And unless you want an audience to this, you'd better learn to shut up and shut up fast.
I
Shit.
want to let you guys know I'm eating a nice steak to this being
Oh, hell yeah. I had a steak earlier.
some
God, I
fine
want
dining.
steak.
The lamb sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Delicious.
Where are we?
He hisses.
We're at Kit. Oh yeah, he hisses.
He hisses at as your hand wraps around him, and he blows out air through his teeth and tips his head back against the wall when it starts moving. Eyes screwed shut, hands limp at his side. You can tell that this man, who is as loud in bed as he is in the debate podium, is putting absolutely everything he has into being as quiet as he possibly can. It's cute. It's exhilarating in a way, keeping your hand moving where you can't see it, focusing on the feel and the subtleties of short, sharp breaths and rustling of clothes, only several feet away from his cult of conservative generics. You slide your hand.
Geriatrics.
Oh, geriatrics. You slide your hand up and down his length as he bites his lip, fingers still pressed to the side of his throat, staring him down intently.
I'm not the only one who would like to be fucking you today.
You whisper. Ben's eyes fly up to meet yours.
What?
I'm not the only one.
You repeat.
Didn't you see the hunger in the room? The way they hung on your every word. They'd take it in fucking turns if they could. Bending you over that podium. Fucking you like a toy. Filling you up. So dirty. You wouldn't be able to stand for a week. How many people are in that room? Think. 100? 200?
You chuckle.
Imagine it, Ben. Imagine.
Oh gosh, this went into Ben Shapiro ASMR. Spicy.
Yeah.
He comes then and there with a shudder that starts at his head and finishes at his knees, that almost buckles underneath him. You have to take your hand off his throat and slap it over his mouth to prevent him from alerting everyone in a 5-mile radius to his orgasm.
Careful.
You murmur as he twitches under your skilled hands, never breaking eye contact.
You almost lost it there. You were being so good, too. So very good for me.
Sophina.
He breathes.
Sophina, can you please? I want.
You want it taken out?
He nods. How naive.
Sucks to be you, doesn't it?
You pat him on the cheek, pull a packet of tissues from your handbag, and press it into his palm.
Clean yourself up, and I'll meet you at the dinner reception in 15 minutes. Understand? Oh, and I'll even take you back down to 0 because you were so well behaved. For the time being, anyway.
Glider hits 0, and Ben almost looks like he deflates. I want to point out that we're not even a third of the way through this.
Oh, fuck.
What the fuck? So okay, let me get back to this
more. Who's fucking who?
A female assistant, AI me, Sophina, is fucking Ben Shapiro with an electric vibrator up his ass. Just
Sounds
as a
like
short,
a
recap.
self-insert.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to dock some points on this writing.
Oh, what?
Pike wrote it himself.
I read it myself.
This is actually
Well,
poetry.
Yeah,
first
this
of all,
isn't
I'm
bad
definitely gonna
writing.
dock
It's just
points for
horny
dropping the
writing,
video.
which isn't my kind of thing. I like fluff. I like hand holding and
I
shit.
like if it's horny writing. I like it like the first
Like
one
if she
where
at
it's
least
like
held his
shit-
hand, I'd give it a pass. But no, she's just
Oh
being
my
kind of mean.
god.
Like at least hold his
I like-
hand. Kind of wholesome.
I like shitpost horny
You need to
writing.
build up
That's
the
the
character
only
before
tier
you
that I'm okay with.
break them down.
I'm only okay with like wholesome shit. I want
But,
my
like,
heart
shit-
to
I know,
feel
right? Wholesome's
good.
where it's at.
Yeah.
What
I
you
like
don't
satirical writing.
same.
That's-
Like if it's like the first one we read,
Yeah, the
that
first
was
one
my
was
cup
good.
of tea.
Yeah.
That was great.
But this is just horny and kind of mean. I don't
This
like.
feels-
I don't like
you know-
mean.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
what Lex?
It happened again.
What?
Hey, fuck.
Spooked.
I can't hear you.
Take off your headphones.
Do you really want to come in? One sec.
Oh god.
Did you draw a seal?
What is
I know,
it?
right? Where's the seal at?
She probably did draw a seal.
Oh, it could. If you
Oh
did,
no,
that
she's
would be
beating her up.
cool.
Fight back!
You.
Mel, fight back!
Left, right, uppercut.
You alright?
She drew you a seal.
I knew it.
Whoa.
See, I told you.
Ooh.
Nice.
I'll also send you a picture of it in a sec. One sec.
What do you want me to tag it as?
Uh,
I can tag it as like an actual like username, or I can tag it as like evil sister.
just say evil sister.
No, I'm asking her.
My sister doesn't really want to be associated with me.
Then just give me a
Sad face.
name and I'll down it as
No,
a
she
tag.
doesn't want that in there either. She
Just
wants
put
something
evil
else.
sister. That would be enough.
Oh yeah, so today was the last day for Secret Santa for
Nice.
FJ, and
Wait,
Where's
there was an
Secret
FJ
Santa?
Secret Santa? What the fuck? No one told me.
I wasn't invited.
yeah,
We weren't invited.
I mean, I think it's the last day. You might have you still might have some time,
I wasn't invited.
but
Wait,
I
how are you
mean,
in Secret
this
Santa?
happens like the only time there was a good year when it was Gypsy Dude, because he lets everyone
Oh
know.
yeah, Gypsy Dude's good.
And it's one of the mods doing it, and he doesn't really get like enough clout. Orgasm Pirate, I think,
imagine you wanted
and
to drew a seal.
draw a seal for Christmas.
Okay,
But
I'm
This, every other word coming out of my mouth is going to be draw a seal because I have nothing else to say.
Yeah, you got seal on the brain.
seal life.
I mean, I'm
But
eating steak right now.
Is it a
Do
seal
seals
stick?
even eat steaks?
It might. Aw, that's so cute.
Nut.
Oh, that's a good seal.
There you
It's
go.
a lot better than the seal
I
I
was not.
made.
I was shit posting with my Secret Santa because he was like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "Get me Cyberpunk 270,
Oh, that's nice.
277."
Oh, that's
He
an
got
easy
me.
gift.
He got me it, and I was like, "Whoa!" I was just being
Nice.
ironic. Whoa, that's a good seal.
Yeah. It's a nice
What
seal.
does she want to be tagged as? Anonymous. Well, fuck.
An animal.
But it's not
Anonymous.
anonymous. I know who she is.
I would say credit it to Evilicious.
Yeah, just credit it to Evilicious.
I'll just put evil sister.
Yeah, Evil Sister.
That works.
All right, fine.
Thank you, Lexi.
Thank you, Lexi.
Where?
Oh, hey, that's what I
Thanks.
need to tag it as.
No, she said don't.
No, don't.
She said
She
don't.
will.
What's
I mean,
with all
she'll
the
get in a
like
fist
females
fight.
having mean sisters?
Is
What?
it Lexi?
I don't know.
Lexi?
Feels
I
like
have a
theme.
mean sister. No, I'm not female. I
I-
don't think.
Like female and female relationships, like they always like
Oh,
there's
well, that's
always
just-
like
yeah.
a mean sister. There's no in between.
I mean,
Unless
she
they're
can be
twins.
nice
I
to
find
a
that when
seal,
they're twins, they aren't as mean.
but,
So is it Lexi with LEXI, or like, is there a different spelling of Lexi?
don't put that. Please don't.
Oh, no, I will.
No, she is like really does not want her name associated with anything. It's me online. Like,
It's a first name.
don't.
She'll find you and she'll beat you up and take back that seal.
Yeah, she
I bet she would. I live
Oh, there
in
you go.
St. Joseph, Missouri.
like
Come fight
she's
me. Beef
done
up.
stuff in my
Post
videos
up.
and got pissed at me for tagging her, saying that
Ooh.
my sister helped with it. So
Ooh.
Everybody lives in Missouri for some weird reason.
What? No, half the people live in
Dude,
Texas. What do you mean?
literally, like, I don't have anybody around me for like a good 5 hours. It's like
Wait, where in Missouri?
St. Joseph, which is like 30 minutes away from Kansas City.
Oh,
Actually, like
I have a
45
friend who's
minutes.
in Kansas City.
I
Hmm.
used to live in Kansas City.
I'll ask them to go beat you up
Wait,
or draw
you
you a
used to?
seal. Probably draw you a seal.
Evil, did you just say
I
you
can't
used to?
read any more of this. My throat is dead.
Oh. Put some honey in your water or whatever you're drinking. That helps.
Drinking master
Evil,
brew.
have you gone to Crown Center?
I'm almost done my kombucha.
Ooh, kombucha. Oh, you could put honey in it.
It's tart cherry flavored.
Ooh, tasty.
I've never tried it. Would you recommend it?
No,
All it is like
I
bitter
knew you were gonna say that.
probiotics, and that's about it. That's what kombucha is.
it's not for the faint of heart.
I believe that.
I started kombucha because I was literally born in quarantine and I needed something like to stimulate me. So I started drinking kombucha because it was like the only thing that could like really the only way I could feel pain in my household without inflicting self-harm. And now I'm addicted to it.
Hmm. How
Oh
many
no,
have you
that's a
had
good thing.
today?
I've had to start limiting myself to one a day.
Oof. You used to drink like a whole pack in like
Yeah, I was gonna
2
say, I'm pretty
days.
sure you mentioned like what,
Yeah.
10, 20?
Yeah,
Well, I
you
mean,
used to like
okay,
drain.
I would drink about 3 a day, but I
Yeah.
right now where I'm sitting at the moment, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kombucha bottles within my direct line of vision.
Wow, you should really clean up.
See, this is why my camera's not on.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You should make a tepache, like I told you to. The just like brown sugar and
I will say my
pineapple.
favorite brand of kombucha is Big Easy Kombucha.
Be easy.
Big Easy. It's from Florida.
Easy
I also
E.
really like the kombucha that has like the chia in it. That's my
Chia.
favorite texture. Like that legitimately tastes good.
I've never had chia kombucha.
Oh, that's me. It's a
Oh,
poodle.
hey, that's you.
I don't
Like
look
the
like
same
Literally
hairstyle.
you.
Bruh. What's the story? What's the tea on this?
What? You didn't see your ship post? It was
I
for
didn't see.
Well, okay, it was gonna be part of something else that I never got around to recording for reasons and was like, I don't want to do this. So yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's like your most recent upload too.
No, did it upload today?
I think so. I think I
Shit, it was
saw it.
supposed to upload on like the day before New Year's. Did I schedule that wrong?
Yeah, you scheduled it wrong. It posted 8 hours ago. It didn't show up on the notifications, but it just like showed up on my recommended. Yeah, so it
No.
fucked up.
An epic fail.
Yeah, people have
I
already
done
seen it. It's too late.
F.
You can probably like take it back and reschedule it.
if anybody has noticed.
Yeah, that's good.
Only 2 people have 200 views. It's not that many. You can re-upload
Evil,
it.
all of your fans are now upset.
Well, no,
What
they're
do you
not.
mean? I don't have fans.
Well, yes, you do. You got like plenty on Twitter. What do you mean?
Ralph Moose.
Bruh. You have
Damn it,
that following.
I can't delete it.
Oh, wait, yes, you can. You can just unlist it. That's pretty much the same thing. Unlist it, then just schedule a new upload for, the 31st.
Who's Ralph the movie maker?
I don't know.
That's a guy on YouTube. He's pretty funny.
Does
He's also kind of like a snide asshole.
Oh, shit, hold on. Okay, no one
So
else
there was
posted anything on the stream. We're still streaming, by the way, just in case you guys forgot.
Oh, hi.
You're up to 2 now? Oh, just me. Rip. Oh,
Ooh,
wait.
okay.
Unless.
I'm mentally prepared to finish this.
Alright.
Right.
Ugh.
We can make like a super edit of this where it's just quality fan fiction reading.
Oh
you're
no, I just
recording it
upload
right
the
now.
whole thing. All I do is put effort into the thumbnail.
Oh
Yes,
no,
thank
my
you for the
face is in
poggers.
the stream.
Wait, your face
Somebody
was in
put
the last stream though.
Well, yeah, but it's not the same. It's not the
No.
same thing.
Oh no,
Shoot,
people are
I have
gonna
nothing on
see
this
your
computer.
memes.
But here, this is the only picture I have big enough to block that. Here, take it.
Block it. Oh god, please don't make
There.
it something.
It's not lewd. I promise. It's not lewd. It's
It
not big enough.
wasn't big enough. That's a good one though. I like my edit of that I made.
I do like your edit.
Yeah. That's good shit. Here, I'll post something dumb.
Isn't big enough. Wait.
I'll just post that. That should be big enough. There we go. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, the
Good.
pog helped. Alright, we're ready. Ow, my back.
You
Sound like
need
a
a
chair.
recap.
A recap?
It's mean.
Does King want to join?
Does he?
No, though.
You know, this is gonna sound a little bit controversial,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't really like the idea of people doing this shit in public. Like, if this was like a real thing people did with like the vibrators in public.
Oh yeah, I totally get that.
Yeah, it's not cool.
Like it's not the same tier as somebody walking around with a guy on a leash.
It's close. I mean, it's more.
But it's close because like everybody else isn't aware that it's going
Yeah.
on. So they
No,
would be gawking
people
at
are
it.
definitely aware. I know for a fact that most of the times when like people have like sex in public, people are usually like, "Oh God, you're doing some shit in public," and they just like ignore it on purpose so that they don't embarrass the other person. They just kind of ignore it and move on.
Like I've never experienced people having, but
It's
I don't
happened.
know. Like that is really.
Like people do the shit in the mall, and it's gross.
I've seen people with the doggy collars in the mall. Like
Yeah, it's like that, but it's
What?
more subtle because you can just tell when someone's just uncomfortable as hell, and they're like just someone else is looking at them, and you can just tell,
Are
oh
you
god, they're doing
wildin'?
some wild shit. Yeah, I've seen it at the mall. It's gross.
Wild.
It's
I mean,
gross.
I've seen like the most like probably the well, it's not gross. It's like probably the most tamest is like what are they called? The black collars?
Yeah.
Snap my collar.
Oh yeah, the chokers. You mean chokers?
The chokers. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, people do that shit. But
Like
that's
you know what's going on with those.
no, because sometimes girls just wear them to wear them.
no, it's a choker. If somebody
Choker.
has like a leash attached
Depends
to
on the
it,
choker.
If
that's
they
a
But
have
with
choker.
a
like
leash
actual
though.
leash attached to it and they're being held by someone else, then that's obviously some kinky shit. But girls
Yeah.
usually just wear like
Very
leather
fair point.
chokers to just wear them half the time, or also just to
Wait, this
signify
is
that they're
made out of
sluts. That's about it.
Yeah, that's a
Remember,
thing.
This is
I'm just
supposed to
People are
break.
wild.
Wait,
get busted.
Yeah.
It's a fashion
Well,
thing.
it's
It's like a
supposed to
gauze
like
fashion.
loosen. Yeah.
I don't know if it because it doesn't really feel more fashiony anymore. That now that it's become
It's
fetishized,
both,
but I don't know.
honestly.
Both? Okay, I guess I
But
go with that.
Like people
But-
fetishize it because because that's what it was for. But now it's just a fashion thing as well.
I want my alpha to walk me around on a leash.
Yeah, that shit's gross.
Gotta get
The
that
world needs
black
some
and
Like just
not.
hold hands. What's wrong with holding hands? Why can't just people do that?
I know,
Because
right?
if you hold hands, nobody's gonna look at you funny.
That's like even looter though. Oh
But
shit.
I'll be real.
Oh, nice.
Is that a
Turtles.
turtle? Turtle.
What's his name?
What's
Yeah.
this?
What's his name?
Birdie.
I
Hi,
didn't hear
Birdie.
that. Bernie. Wait, Bernie
Yeah,
Sanders or Bernie?
That. No, Birdie. Like
Oh,
the bird.
Birdie. Okay, I heard Birdie.
Nice.
Oh, he's so
He's
cute.
a cutie. Oh,
Oh,
he's got
so
a nice little
green.
shell.
He's a red turtle, isn't he? Oh,
He's a red-eared slider.
yeah.
He's a cute patootie. I like him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hello, his friend. You're holding him
Oh.
like a sandwich. I don't know if I like that.
That's how you hold them.
Yeah.
I gotta go watch
Why
my
does he have live in a storage bin? Is that okay?
Why is Thomas the Tank Engine looking at him from below?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh my
I
gosh,
think I
that's
used to
kind
have
of
that
gross.
blanket.
You guys want to see some feeding?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's see it.
Hold on.
Scream on black. What happened to Turtle?
Oh, he put his phone down.
Bernie, no!
I put
Birdie.
my phone down.
Back.
Yeah, sure, peace.
Evil,
Good
you
boy.
should do this with the fish with carrot.
Come on.
Oh,
Buddy,
another
what the
one.
hell are you doing?
He's not hungry.
He's scared
shy.
because you picked him up. He's shy. He knows the camera's looking at him. He knows it adds 20 pounds.
I like
He
the
is a
Thomas the Toy
fucking
Engine
hamburger.
towel.
Yeah, it adds
It's
to
so
the
fitting.
Yeah,
to
it's
the
a nice towel.
ambiance.
Are you going to? What are you doing, buddy?
Like, I
He's
want
shy.
to escape.
He's camera shy.
Probably.
It's like, no, don't put me on camera.
Yeah.
He's running into the wall. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's just trying to get the food. He's want to climb.
How does he not escape from that box?
It's too tall.
Because he's a turtle.
That's fair.
They can't climb.
He's not a
Okay.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle yet.
I'm used to snake, so
Yeah,
I see
snakes.
boxes open and I see us looking for a snake for about 2 hours.
Yeah. Turtles can't climb that good.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they're not that great at climbing, but they are great at being expensive.
Running into walls.
Being expensive shit, that's true.
Reptile. Why are you so shy?
He was just vibing, and you came over here and just disturbed him.
He was vibing. I just went in and just absolutely disturbed him.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
just let him vibe. Oh,
I'll
don't drop your phone.
I'm not going to try to. Let me
Ooh, oops.
actually.
Is that the
No,
book
that
of
was a
Hold
drawing
it.
straws?
pad.
Hold up. There we go.
Ah, yes. Turtle live
Hello,
stream.
little friend.
While I wash my hands.
Rad. We'll watch him for you.
He's still there.
I hope so.
He not escaped. Do you think he knows he's on camera?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, did he eat?
No,
No.
Yeah, he did.
no,
Yeah, he just did.
no. We were looking at him. He hasn't munched on anything.
Well, I just saw some
He goes.
shrimp paste
Let him go.
disappear. Here, have another.
Oh yeah, look at him.
Shrimp paste is way over there. He won't eat it. Oh well.
Hi, birdie.
Bye,
There we go.
I
Okay, so people walking around with leashes on at the mall.
bruh.
So basically, we got people fetishizing shit in public when they shouldn't be, and
Yeah.
we need to tell them that they're cringe.
Well, you know,
That's why
like,
you like whip your
No,
phone out
that's why they
and you
do
just
it.
point it
They
at
do
them.
it because it's cringe
That's
and they
why
don't
that's why
care.
you
They want
you
it because
laugh
people
or
hate it.
you
they're into it
point
because
at
it's
'em
part of
and
the
you
fetish.
laugh.
It's a segregation
Yeah.
fetish.
That's literally
And
the whole
so
point of it.
being looked at with disgust is part of the turn on for the people who do that in public.
Yeah.
No, this is what you do.
Hmm.
And
You point
it's
at 'em
weird.
and laugh.
well, that's part of the kink.
Yeah,
Anyone
and I can call him a freak in public.
Yeah, you
well,
do that and they'll just pop a boner.
Yeah, it's
That's literally what'll
fucking
happen.
yeah,
yeah, and it
but like,
public.
okay,
So
I'm gonna
congratulations,
I was
I guess.
friends with a friend, like I was friends with somebody who did crap like that in public.
That's unfortunate.
And it was the like I was not physically there when they were doing it when this person did this, but I had to be privy to this person talking about it loudly and like just saying explicit things around kids.
Oh, that's not.
like in public places, and it's the most. Ugh. I I feel bad
You
for
don't do
any
that shit around
parent that just
kids.
takes their kids to the mall or just takes their kids to the grocery store or takes their child to a public setting
And they
and
just see
some
like
Come
some
anywhere.
gimp
and some
crawling on all
asshole
fours.
is
Park,
pulling a
take
fetish
the
strap
food.
Yeah,
in
that
public.
shit's weird.
Like that is the that oh my god, that is parents have a hard enough time in this world with the internet existing and having to like censor that for their children.
You can't censor
Imagine
the real life, unfortunately.
yeah, imagine going oh my god.
Imagine
Like
going to like the dollar store and you see some weirdo doing
yeah.
that shit.
And I mean I worked with kids, so I had kids that were like that. I don't know what exactly they saw, probably on the internet, but regardless, they saw stuff on that their parents were not okay with them seeing, and they did
Oh
not
god,
know
don't do
why
that.
it was inappropriate. Like I'm talking
Hmm.
about like fourth graders.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
And they saw stuff, they knew it was inappropriate because their parents weren't okay with it,
Huh?
but they didn't understand what was inappropriate about it because they're fourth graders. And so like they'd be trying to reenact this crap with their friends, not
Oh.
knowing. And I'm
Yeah.
just, oh my god, that is such an uncomfortable position that, like, and I'm not saying that it wasn't that they turned on the TV and saw something inappropriate on TV or something, but to do that crap in a public setting where somebody's kids are is the most asshole thing you can do.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit! Because as
I'm proud of my sexuality. I am proud to be a part of this dom subculture. I'm gonna do it in public. I'm proud. Oh
but
look, there's
like
little Timmy that's 5 years
Look,
like
old.
you can be proud of it, but
I
like
like men now.
go to a
doing it in
BDSM
public, yeah.
convention. There are things that exist for that where everybody there is okay with it.
Like go to
Hey,
Don't
convention, go
join
to
in on
like
the
some
orgy as
dark
well.
alley where everyone's doing it in that dark alley away from the public eye, mostly. Like
yeah,
there's
because
Yeah, I
places
think
to do that shit.
Do you think there's heroin conventions?
Probably, yeah,
probably.
that's called a crack
they give
house.
away free Red Bull at conventions, so I would not be surprised if there was a heroin market too.
Free Red Bull. That's like the
You've
worst
never been
free
to like
thing
a
to
con
get.
in Atlanta then, because that's like the thing. There are literally people that stand on street corners at conventions giving you free energy drinks.
Oh, I've seen
Huh.
those, but like not Red Bull specifically. It's usually just
The
like
first con
5 minute
I
energy.
went to, I had a Red Bull not knowing what it was, and
Oh
you can
God,
imagine how that
no.
clashed with my medication.
Yeah.
Rev?
Oh God. If
Well,
a
that is
Baja
fun, from
Blast
what I
just fucking
understand.
destroyed
Gotta
you, I
go
can't even
visit there
imagine
one
an
day.
actual energy drink.
So every year at Dragon Con, they give away free Red Bull.
Dragon Con. Is that a scaly
That's
Get
thing?
people hooked.
Is it kind of like Sucking Con?
Dragon Con is the world's largest convention. It's the one where they block off like four entire part, roads in Atlanta, and they have like a giant parade.
Oh, oh,
Oh,
Or I'm sorry, it's four. They block off. No, it's more than four city blocks. It's like six city blocks now. It's huge, but
hmm.
it used to be at the same weekend as Pride weekend.
Oh,
So let's just
oh,
say that
I,
things
I
got
see.
do
really
they like just
wild if
start
you got
larping at each
lost.
other?
So
Parking
this is
was
the
used to
Scaly
be a
convention.
mess. Let's just put it
Have
like that.
Have you gone to the Scaly convention? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
No, but I do remember we accidentally parked in the Pride parking lot when we went to
Oh,
Dragon Con. And so we had a guy in a thong and a tsitsi. Note that this was like I was about this was my first ever convention. I was probably like 15 at the
oh,
time.
very memorable then.
And so my first experience at a convention was getting directions from a guy in a thong and a tutu with nipple clamps on
Oof.
Oh shit.
and
Hmm.
thigh-high stockings.
That kind of makes a lot of sense now.
Oh, look at that! It's
This
Labor Day
explains a
weekend
lot.
in Atlanta.
This explains everything actually.
And he was hitting on my adult chaperone.
It was
Oh
hitting on
God.
the adult chaperone.
Yeah, who was my
R.I.P.
friend's
So
cousin.
what does this have to do with dragons?
Oh
No, no,
no,
no,
it's
no.
just an everything
Dragon Con.
convention.
It's just the name of the convention.
Yeah, it's an everything
It's
convention.
just
I just
called
looked it up.
Dragon Con, but it's not about
It's
dragons.
like
It's
Comic
about gay
Con.
people.
It's like Comic Con. It's just a name.
It's
Oh,
yeah.
It's just like nerd culture and anything. It's like an everything convention, pretty
Well,
much.
what I like about
oh,
Dragon
so
Con is they have a like really really strict dress code until I think about 9 o'clock at night. So
What
basically,
happens at
you're not
9 o'clock?
allowed to walk around half naked and BDSM because that's what
Oh, that's pretty smart. I like that.
Like, I don't want to be an
After
asshole,
hours.
but a convention that isn't a sex convention isn't the place to be walking around in a collar and a leash either.
Yeah.
Hey, gay pride, I guess.
But
I'm
I mean, that's
pride.
unfortunately,
fine. Yeah.
that's where people walk. That's where people do it because they think it's okay.
I don't think
And then they're
is a
like,
gamble
It's not
costume a full
okay.
costume.
damn, why do people not want to talk to me?
God, I wonder.
God, it must be their fault.
No, but most of the people that do that already have
Yeah,
like their own like
fucking
group of just people already.
homophobes.
I know, right? I mean, their
No,
group.
not like
Oh my
homophobe,
God,
but it's
their
just like
groups
the
are.
gimp groups.
So
I
like
don't know how to explain it. Oh, go
so
ahead.
Dragon Con has like this so you can dress explicit or whatever and wear your dog collars and your sex kinky things, but you have to do it after
Interact.
9 o'clock. And there's a rule where if you have a child, you can't be in certain areas of the venue after 9 p.m. Which
Shit.
I really like. Like if you
That's
have somebody
smart.
that doesn't have an ID, you can't go to like the night events, which that's the only convention I've gone to that had.
The,
Usually it's just you can't walk into the panels, but like they have entire building areas where you can't go into if you're underaged after 9 o'clock. And I think
Oh,
that
we
is
had some of those at ACON
that's a
the
really good
last con
rule.
I went to. We had a few
people
areas
listen.
like
Next
that.
time you go, you need to go and like go with like a secret camera and check out the orgy
Oh God.
and be like,
Oh
what
my
the hell
Yeah,
god.
is
just put on
happening
like
over
those
here?
like recording glasses that have a little camera on the
I think
side.
I told
Yeah,
you about
the
the spike,
spike
but
is
Oh,
grand.
I have a friend that like has a bucket list of stuff he wants to do.
oh yeah, you did tell me.
And he wants to go. He's not a furry. I want to
Yeah, but he
clarify. He
wants
is
to.
not a furry. He just wants to find out if a furry convention is like it is described online.
Yeah.
So he wants to go undercover to a furry convention. He's shy, so apparently, and I'm privy to cons, so I'm his plus one. And
Oh,
he wants to
nice.
go to a furry convention dressed as a dog catcher, and I'm not going to tell him.
Yeah, and then he gets hit
Uh,
on.
I'm
yeah,
not
they're
going to
probably
tell him what's going to
someone's gonna try
happen.
to hump his leg. I swear to God.
There's going to be some old middle-aged man who's going to be like, "Hey, you're what, like 20?"
No, it's
Yeah.
probably gonna be some guy in
And
cat ears is gonna want to hump his leg and say yiff a lot or some shit.
You're gonna
I'm
get
the
yipped by
reason
like a crowd of 5 people.
No,
the reason
I
it's
it'll be one at a
overrated.
time.
I'm calling it now. I'm calling it now. Somebody's going to be wearing a leash and a collar and ask him to walk them.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Several
That
people
is
are
too
gonna ask
many.
him to get walks from him.
He,
I swear to God.
somebody's going to ask him for his little doggy walkie or something.
God,
Walkies,
please don't say
walkies,
that.
and then
Please
there's
don't
just
say
like
it like
10,
that.
20
Mel,
people.
please.
woo,
Don't say
I'm
doggy
a
walkie
lesbian
ever again.
doggy. Woo, you
Like
please
nothing
walk
against
me.
furries. And my friend is just very naive, and
Ugh, ugh.
I'm 100% taking a camera. I want to
Oh
witness
yeah.
this. This is going to be hilarious.
Oh
He
yeah.
does not understand the implications of what he's like, oh yeah, I'll dress up like the dog catcher and I'll be there to arrest him. I'm like, oh god, you have no idea what you're
What
getting
You're
if
setting
into.
yourself up
here's
for
an idea?
failure.
It's like,
What
yeah,
if
Yeah.
you got
I'm gonna
several people
purposely.
to dress
This
up
is
as
gonna
dog
get him.
catchers and go to the convention?
He wanted me to dress up like a PETA person or something.
Ooh, that'd be good too. We could just bring all kinds of like
That's
animal control.
Like a
I like
PETA
that angle a
protest.
bit better.
Hell yeah.
I think I'll go as a PETA protester and he'll just be a dog catcher.
Nice.
And
Yeah, just have a pin.
like I'll have like one of those billboards that like the protest
Hold on. What
things.
if I was gonna say someone could go as like a hunter, like a big game hunter.
Oh,
Just like
that's
dress like a
brilliant.
safari. Yeah, yeah. Mm.
Oh my god, yes.
That's a
With
great
like a fake
idea.
I have one of
The
rifle.
those
most
vests.
Midwest
Yeah.
outfit as you can.
Oh
Oh my god,
yes.
yes. With like a fake rifle.
Yes. Be perfect.
And
Just bring
a
like a
copy of the most
tranquilizer.
dangerous
Don't work
game.
with that.
Yes, perfect.
Okay, I'm 100% doing that.
Yes,
I'm doing
do
it.
it,
He said he was
please.
just gonna get a net and be like an old-fashioned dog
You need to
catcher.
Oh
have
yeah.
a
No, you need
you
some
need to have a bottle of
big
Bud
game
Light.
hunting right there.
Big game hunter.
If those are some big game, I'll tell you what.
Walk around with a
Have
stuffed deer.
yep, empty
Yes.
bottle of Bud Light.
Just have like a taxidermied head of like a deer just like strapped to your
Yes.
back or something.
Dude, that's expensive.
No,
Fuck.
wait, hold on.
Don't you have a deer head, Pike?
Wait a
No,
minute.
unfortunately,
Hold
no.
up.
I do have
Who
like
was it
Okay.
that had the deer head just for no
I think that
reason?
might have been no, that wasn't Jake. Who did have one?
I know somebody with a deer head. I'm trying to think of who it is.
I could borrow a deer head. I know a few people that have them, but like several deer heads. Like literally, they're hunters. They literally go to Africa and hunt all kinds of animals. They have like tons of
Oh
food,
my
just
god.
You go
animals
to
lying around.
Africa?
Yeah,
Gee.
Like they
Bro.
literally have like rugs that are just made out of like actual zebras that they've shot, and they have like a bunch of like just stuffed animals and a taxidermy lion that they shot and all kinds of stuff. It's pretty
Oh,
rad.
now I thought it was
Kinda
you,
cool.
Pike. Who is it that has the out of place deer head in their house?
I don't know. I was
Oh,
gonna say
God.
Jake, but I don't think it was him.
No, it wouldn't be out of place. I wouldn't think it was odd if it was him.
Yeah. Hmm.
Honestly, I would not find that odd at all.
I can't remember.
There's someone who got a house that had a deer head there, and they just left it. And I'm trying to think of who it is.
Okay, definitely wasn't me. My house did not come with a deer head. It came with a pool
Okay.
table, but. Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't
that's
think
the
of
deer.
anyone.
But
Someone
would
should
break
go
your
dressed
pet.
as a deer as well, and you could just pose with their like
No,
dead body on the
that's
floor.
different.
Oh,
No, that's different because if somebody actually is dressed like a furry, it's not obvious.
yeah, I guess that's
They
true.
might think it's a kink thing.
Yeah,
So we,
you all have to be like genuine humans out to like get the animals.
yeah,
All
we
right,
gotta
that
talk with
makes
like
more sense.
Australian accents, mate. I've seen a big
Okay.
one. You see it
Yes, someone should go
prowling.
like Steve
Yeah, go
Irwin.
Steve Irwin.
Yes.
Oh
Perfect.
yeah, there you
You'd
go.
have the perfect
Hear that yiff, mate? That is the call
the
of the
council.
great wolf.
Yeah. Oh god.
Why, look at the chocos on this lad.
This is nature's biggest miracle.
My god.
Years of evolution led to this.
Oh god, someone's gonna try to yiff Steve Irwin. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh.
Oh please, Steve Irwin. No.
I don't want to hear about that. I
I
don't want to hear the
No.
okay, I'm
possibilities
gonna.
of Steve Irwin
Somebody's
getting
drawn
yipped.
it. I'm gonna say right now. Somebody has drawn fan art of this.
Yeah, someone definitely has.
I
Someone
have
has
to look it
fallen
up.
from grace. Some.
I'm not gonna
soulless
look it up
bastard.
because I'm still streaming, but please go ahead. Please tell me if you find Steve Irwin
How do you spell it?
shit.
Steve Irwin furry fan art.
Oh
Please
god.
don't.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Go. I have to
Evil,
go.
you're scaring me.
I need to know.
You need to know.
I need to know.
I feel like you don't need to know. I feel like this is something to keep your sick pleasures at bay.
I need to know. My curiosity is killing me.
All right. Don't share it.
Too late.
No.
That one's not bad.
Okay, I was gonna say because I think Tyke still has his
Oh my god,
Twitch on.
I found some adorable fan art of him. Holy shit, this is so cute. Pokemon. I gotta share this. This is adorable. I like it.
Oh, that's cool.
Wholesome.
See, I feel like Steve Irwin had like a general like everyone liked him, so I feel like people won't.
Found like I specifically looked up mood and I have not found anything. Oh
Huh.
nope, I take it back. I take
Oh.
That's what to say.
I take it back. Wait, it's oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Okay, this is not
Poggers.
related, but it came up. And I just need to share this. Here you go.
What the fuck? Is that Dingo Dial? Is that fucking Dingo Dial from Crash Warped?
Don't know. Box room.
Yeah, that is Dingo Dial. Fuck off.
Oh my good god, what did I come back to?
This is
Oh
like
my god. Okay, the Pokemon.
I hate this.
The first ones are okay, but what the fuck is the one with the chicken? Oh, it's PETA. That furry one is gross. But I'm a doggy dog, mate. Fucking hell. These are disgusting.
My daily cringe.
This is awful. I hope you're posting these on the
Sigh.
board.
I'm okay.
Are you alright?
Okay.
Oh, that was cute.
What if you wanted to go to heaven, but God said, "Sorry, Peter, you made fun of Steve Irwin." It's a good meme.
That is a good meme.
Good meme.
Pretty
Also,
good mate.
Honestly, I don't understand what the fuck is up with PETA.
They're an organization for money.
Yeah, I understand like the for money thing, but can you just like be
have
for
you?
money and not be assholes about it?
Oh no, they have to. It's like they're so far up their ass, don't even know what they are.
That last one you posted is way too small for me to be able to read.
Let's zoom in. Oh, I can't read that.
Yeah,
Please.
exactly.
Have to
I'm
get
trying
it
to zoom in and
closer.
enhance.
Mythological
Mythological
creatures are
creatures,
people too.
something. Oh, are they
That's
people?
just a fucking. It looks like someone took
Yeah, like a
like a
football
school
mascot.
mascot and put
Oh
Tim's on him.
God, no! Please,
Okay, what?
Mel, why'd you post that last one? I'm gonna get banned from Twitch.
Evil, just because you're making us uncomfortable too doesn't mean it's any good.
I mean, I don't
Joke's
think
on you.
anyone
I have a high
feels good
tolerance
looking
to
at this.
cringe.
I have a
I
high
do too,
tolerance
but
too, but I still don't want to
that
look at it.
realistic cow is that hurts me.
They gave the cow tits, even though it has udders.
It already has udders. Just use udders.
It already. Just don't think about it. It's okay.
I think about a lot of things, and that's not cool. Not poggers.
No,
This is not poggers.
this is not poggers, as he says.
Not poggers.
Are you a Borg now? Is that what happened?
He's a Borg.
Depends. What do you want me to say?
Resistance is futile.
Resistance is futile.
Yeah, for me, please.
Nice.
Go ahead and put a.
That's nice.
Okay,
Alright, now say
I'll
Yif.
let them know.
Okay, this one's not cursed. It's just true.
I want to believe you.
This one is sadly accurate.
Honestly, yeah.
Peter,
Please.
Peter?
Not PETA.
Peter, we're at the Dragon Con, and there's a young man lost in a group of gays.
Oh, God.
I would hate to be that kid. I think a lot of kids
Wait,
would hate to be that kid.
is this real? I have to know. Is this real?
Dear
Your
furries,
child got
please
lost
don't.
at Dragon Con.
What's
I don't think they wear real fur. Like,
They don't.
just
new furries?
Yeah, I don't think
Please
so.
don't hear Oh yeah, they usually they don't have money to buy real fur.
yeah, no one has that
Well,
kind
where
of
are these
money.
furries getting their money from?
Yeah,
A
no,
lot of
I
people,
know where
a
they
lot
get
of
their
them are
money
in
from.
like IT and
Yeah,
computer science.
I mean, that's
A lot of them are in the
respectable.
military too, which is
I got
weird.
nothing against
Furries in
furries.
the
Like I
military,
have
it's more likely than you think.
like real talk. I have nothing against furries. Like as people,
Oh,
it's like the
yeah,
the
same
really
here.
loud individuals that
Yeah.
same with the BDS
It's
people
always
that
the
they go
loud
around in public.
minority.
It's the
group like
So,
minority
like,
who don't understand other people's boundaries that I do not like.
Yeah.
And the same with any group. It's
I
Well, it's
think
just the
furries
loud
are
ones.
I think furries can be okay, except for the minority that are fucking retards.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which
I don't really think a lot of the. I don't know. I don't really feel like it's a minority. I just feel like there's
The
like a
majority.
minority that's dumb, and then like there's a majority that enables it. I don't
like
know.
most things, with most things, there's always going to be that group that's the loudest and the wrongest,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that doesn't represent them as a whole.
Yeah. It's kind of
Yeah.
unfortunate.
And unfortunately, that's what the news look for.
Exactly. If you
They
want to
don't
wear
want. They
fur,
don't
stop
care.
shaving.
They don't care what the context is. They just want
Honestly,
to
I
get that
think that
bread.
rule applies to everyone except for PETA, because PETA as a whole is just stupid.
Yeah.
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 So I will say like the what's it called? Those groups like the map group.
Oh yeah, that's some.
Like
Yeah,
there's
no.
certain groups that there's nothing good going on there.
Yeah,
Wait, which group?
maps. It's essentially just
Map.
Oh.
pedophiles, but a nicer
Or
word
let's
for
call
them.
them what they really are.
They're pedophiles.
Child.
Molesters? No, like child
No,
groomers.
Wait, are you talking
they're
about the group
pedophiles.
that's
They're like
more like
age kin or some shit.
professionally
I
Okay,
don't
this
know.
is actually a really cool costume and I like it.
Which one?
Like, holy crap, I like this costume a lot.
Hold on. If I dress as an F-22 Raptor, am I a furry?
You're scaly.
No.
No, like as a
You're
plane
Scaly.
on a plane.
You're
you're a
you're a
techie.
you're yeah. Let's call him a yeah.
You're a
I like that.
cyborg.
You're a techie.
This reminds me of a cartoon character,
You're a
but I can't
mecha.
remember which one. It's
Oh,
really
Evil.
cool.
Did you wear your Griffith outfit yet? I haven't seen
No,
it.
I haven't gotten to put it on.
Oh,
Put it on.
I have to like okay, so I got it all made and I was like, I'm a perfectionist. I'm gonna add more on. And then I had to sand the whole thing down. So I have to
you
repaint
have to
the chest
repaint the whole
piece.
thing. Oof.
Ooh.
I hate myself for it, and I haven't gotten a chance to because my sister's using
Are you gonna put a
the
clear
area
coat
I was
over the
working
paint?
in for her final.
No.
Yeah.
Tragedy.
Yeah.
So
Fuck
I will
Lexi.
probably get that finished when she leaves again for college.
Mel, are you gonna put a clear coat over the paint afterwards, just to make it all shiny
Well,
and
Yeah.
glossy?
well, I already the paint has the clear coat in it. It's only
Oh,
one,
okay.
but I had to prime it, and that takes forever.
Yeah.
So I already primed it, and I just need to like spray it. So I need to wait for a good day when it's not freezing outside.
Yeah, I don't
Are
think
you
that's
just
gonna be
using
anytime
enamel
soon.
paint?
I'm using spray paint.
Yeah. Spray enamel.
I have no idea. It's silver.
How the fuck what? You don't know?
It's silver,
You're just
and I can't
using
spray it.
whatever?
Well,
Yeah,
it's
apparently.
silver.
I
You
mean,
call
it looked
yourself a
good.
perfectionist and you have it named every tool?
I don't know what any of my tools are called. I can tell you what they do. I just don't know what they're called.
This one's the
Like
scrubby
okay, so
one.
Shake my
I put
head.
Mod Podge, like several layers of
Shake
Mod Podge on it, and then I spray it with the spray paint, and I can punch it, and it's tougher than sparring gear.
Nice.
basically
Huh.
shake my head.
Yeah,
What?
he's shaking
Am I
his head
Shake
physically.
I'm shaking my head currently.
am I wrong?
So,
Yeah, you
according
should
to
know every tool and what it does.
Well, I have an X-Acto knife, and I have a box cutter that I'm using to cut foam.
Hey, you don't need to threaten anything, Evil,
No,
okay?
I'm just telling you. I know
You
the
don't need
names
to
of those
threaten it.
tools.
I
to
understand what you
do
mean by
one.
saying you have X-Acto knife, you have various knives. I understand this isn't a threat.
Hey, if I were gonna take you out, I wouldn't use an X-Acto knife. That's pretty weak.
Yeah.
Real talk.
It
Her
depends,
hands are a
depends on where
lethal
you're
weapon.
sticking it.
I'm sorry, but
Abel probably knows at
that's not
least
the
20
first
different
weapon I'd
ways to
reach
take you
for.
out.
If I was going to take you out, I'll take you out to dinner.
Like, okay, if I were in a position to slit your throat with an X-Acto knife, I could do it so much quicker by just strangling you.
I mean,
Like,
sure.
I'm not going to. I'm just saying it's super
I-
inefficient.
He might be into that though.
Theoretically speaking, if I walk into your room with some piano wire and I absolutely strangle the fuck out of you, you'll probably die. Just kidding. Haha, unless
No.
Unless
No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh god,
It's
this
cool.
isn't what I
It's cool.
meant. This came across
Give
wrong.
me shit.
No, I'm saying that oh god, no, I do karate and I have to we have to use weapons and just practical stuff. So I'm just saying that it's stupidly impractical. I would not use a blunt X-Acto knife that I've been cutting foam with as a weapon. It would not work.
Wait, why
Why
is
you
it
change
blunt?
out your
That's like
blades?
dangerous. Yeah, just change out the blade.
I don't have the sharpening tool.
No, just change
You
them.
don't use the sharp. You just change out the blades.
No, they just fall off.
What?
Yeah, you change
Oh,
them
it's one of
out.
those snap ones. It's a snap one.
I don't
Oh,
know how to
Oh,
snap it.
that's a box cutter.
that's a
Yeah, my foam is really thick, and the blade of the X-Acto knife isn't enough to go through it.
yeah. I had that
All right.
problem too. Never mind, I need to
So,
finish
so
my.
what you're
fuck.
saying is, so what you're saying is, Evil, is that since you know black belt karate, you'll just go up and jab 2 fingers in my throat.
No, I legally can't. I wouldn't for multiple
It,
reasons. But no, I would.
you can. It's not. It's illegal to kill somebody too.
Yeah, it is illegal.
No, I'm saying I legally cannot use quote unquote excessive force. That's part of I actually am. That's part
Yeah,
of
but
my
here,
life.
in this theoretical sense, you are killing me. So
No, I would
laws
not
don't
kill
matter.
you. I wouldn't
You
do that.
go in.
Theoretically,
No,
if
I'm
you were
saying
in
You
the
go in.
literally.
I'm
position,
standing alone in a blank room. You go
no, no, no.
in.
It,
You just
no,
fucking side sweep the back of my
Let me
knee
talk.
as I
Okay.
fall back.
In the situation where I was talking about with the X-Acto knife, if I meant I would strangle you in a sense where you would go unconscious and I could run, which would be a lot more efficient than slitting your throat with a dull
You
box
are
cutter.
supposed to run in
Hey,
most situations.
first of all,
I'm saying that would
who
be
said about
if I
running?
were in a
You're not going
position
to finish it out.
to cut you with a box cutter. I'm sorry. I would the only reason I would
You
not
keep
want to be
talking
that
about it like a
close in the
self-defense
first place.
situation, even though you're
Honest,
the one trying to kill me.
oof.
I'm not trying to.
No, it would be more of a sense that you're trying to harm her, so she's forced to harm you, which would be the
No,
correct
in this
situation to do
theoretical
it.
sense, I am
In
standing alone
theoretical.
in a blank room.
Walk
Okay, then
away. I'm sorry, but
theoretically
you're
she would
bored.
just run
You're
away.
standing
Chilling out.
If you're alone in a
I'm,
blank room, she would just run away. If you're not threatening her, she'd just walk away.
But I
yeah,
was
but
saying that
here's the
my
theoretical sense that she is killing me currently at
no,
this moment.
no, I was saying my point that I was trying to make was if I was in a position to use a dull ass box cutter as a weapon, there are several more effective ways to get out of the situation without resorting to potentially shanking someone.
Oh yeah, don't you have swords?
I do not own a sword,
Oh,
Bro,
but
you need to. We gotta get you a sword.
I know I need to get a sword. My problem
get
is
yourself a
finding.
katana.
I'm a small person, so I have to get one that's weighted properly. The adult swords are too
But you can
long,
just get like hand
and
and
the
half
But
kid's
you're
sword.
not
sword.
going to pull guts.
No, but I have to be able to get a sword that's weighted properly for me, and that isn't
Oh wait,
too
you're
long.
4'11", right?
Yeah,
So that would probably have to be like a
like
shorter
okay.
hand and half sword then, if anything.
Wait, I didn't.
That'd
You're
probably
that.
be about like
I always
a foot
thought
and
you're
a half.
like. I thought you were like five, like just 5 foot. I didn't know you were so small. I can pick you up. That's adorable.
Yeah.
I'm not cute. I'm menacing.
You're 5
You're
inches.
pretty
Bruh,
cute.
you're like no, you're like
You're
fun
adorable.
size.
No, stop.
Evil is
I
5 feet.
No,
Evil is
less.
6 feet tall.
What?
According to the
Oh my
lore,
god.
I always
she
thought
has
she was taller
6
than me.
feet.
So
According to the lore.
basically, the way I'm imagining it now, now that I know that she's like a midget, she'll probably go for my legs and get me on the floor, and then
Just
like
bite your
to do the
ankles.
finishing blow
okay.
into my neck.
I will be real. The best self-defense tactic you have, in my humble experience, is if you have somebody close enough to you, is kneeing them in the groin. That is the most effective thing. You can't miss. Like it's really hard
Well,
to
guess
Really hard
what?
to
I'm
miss, that's
wearing the
true.
and
cup.
it's really quick.
That or
You don't
going
think I
for the
leave the
chin.
house without
The
my
chin
cup?
with your head is also a good one.
Well, I mean, if you hit him with your
No.
head, that makes you your head's hurting too.
Yeah, but they've probably bitten off their tongue at that point.
You
You don't
take your
want to.
2 fingers and jab him right in the
Well,
throat.
my first instinct wouldn't be slam my head. It would be attack groin.
Yeah, but if that doesn't work, then
Elbows and knees are the most effective things in a pinch.
it's true. Also, your foot.
So,
That's also a good one. At least if they got you from behind.
well, yeah. Also, one of our self-defense move is like a reverse pelvic thrust, and it's wonderful.
Ooh.
So basically, they're holding you from behind, and you like reverse pelvic thrust your butt into their groin. fun move.
Mm,
Not very fun with a partner though.
yeah.
And then you grab
Yeah.
their leg after you got them like disoriented and you drag them.
Oh, I think I remember.
You drag them to the ground and
I
you
remember
pull out
people
the,
doing
the,
that
the
when
old
I
box
was in
cutter.
karate.
No, then you run. Then you run.
Yeah.
But we
The
actually have
goal
to
is
go
always
like
to run.
part of our black belt, whatever. When you are out, there's like a probationary period where like you first earn the belt, but after that, where you get like your stripe on your belt, which is a different thing. Basically, you have to learn restraint, and we had a whole seminar about what we can and can't do legally.
Oh, I see.
That's smart.
So you can't kill me legally.
Legally, no.
No,
It's illegal
because
to kill
because
you.
the thing
Some
the
law.
implication is because I am a black belt, I know how to. I know like we are taught ways to physically harm someone,
Legally, she's a weapon.
which means that we are taught several ways to physically impair someone without killing them. So
So
I,
if you try to kill me with non-black belt ways, then it's okay.
no, that's not the thing. Basically, there's like an excessive force code. So if you're coming at me barehanded, the implication is that I, as someone with training, and you, as someone who has never trained, know what I'm doing.
Oh,
And so if I were to break your leg
That would be
when you
excessive
have
force.
no weapon, that would be considered excessive force. If I were to gouge out your eyes when you have no weapon, that would be considered excessive force. And you
Now,
could
if you're
file
armed,
a lawsuit against me, even if it was in quote unquote self defense.
interesting.
but if you're armed,
So,
then there's
because
other
I am
restrictions.
legally considered a weapon.
Yeah.
I knew it.
So what you're saying
Tiny,
is
deadly
that
weapon.
you can't kill me because that's illegal.
I wouldn't either way. Like I don't do martial
Oh,
arts.
okay.
No, I'm
I
dead
see.
serious. Like I like when
I'm
I was
asking for the
younger.
sweet release of death, and you're not giving it to me. Oh,
No,
I'm sorry, I
unfortunately.
can't. My sister gave me a
Legally have to
picture of
suffer
steel.
through this mortal coil like the rest of us.
I'm gonna go listen
She
to.
says, "Screw the rules," and she kills you.
So, but I will say that because I am a small person, I was used as an example in that class. So basically, if like somebody who is 6 foot tall were to come up to me in court as a small woman, I would be more likely to get away with killing.
You could get away with murder.
Well, no, not murder, but
Well,
like
close to it.
there.
A
So
broken leg.
Meaning me.
You can
so
break someone's
basically, we had
foot.
to learn what is considered excessive force for the situation. Like if somebody has a gun and you go and break their knee, that's different than if you break their
Yeah.
knee and they are unarmed.
The more deadly they are, the more you
But
can
if you
break.
unarm their arm,
Because you're considered a weapon, and if they are unarmed, it's basically a gun going off against somebody who's just a regular civilian.
Someone's
I don't know
yeah.
how to word it.
So what you're
It's like
saying is
bringing
you
a
can't
gun to a
kill
knife
Bizarre
fight.
Slam unless you like throw a knife at him
Unless he throws a knife at her.
to make it a fair fight.
see, I don't want to be in a self-defense situation. I just want to die.
Well, unfortunately, that's not happening.
Oh,
So
this is not poggers.
no, the interesting thing about it is I do not know if like a soldier is considered a weapon or not, which is a very wild.
A what?
Like if you're in the military, I don't know if you're legally considered a weapon or not.
I don't
wouldn't think they are
so.
because-
Hold on, let me ask my Navy buddy real
Like
quick.
in the military.
I got him on
think
speed
he-
dial.
But that's just a really like I'm thinking of it now. That's a really weird thought. I is like a 4'11" person who just does karate as a hobby is legally considered a weapon, but somebody who was in the military who like trained
Well, you've done it for several
nonstop.
years, right? How many years did
Yeah,
you
but
become
Yeah,
a black belt?
that's
my
not the
branch
same
in
as
the
boot
military as
camp
well.
though. I'm sorry, but
No,
like
because like most servicemen and women are only there for like one tour. That's like
but
4,
their
3
tactics, they
years.
don't learn our fancy. They don't learn how to do forms. They don't
They
learn
learn
like
how to shoot.
the
They do
history of
learn
it.
like
They learn
basic
how to
self-defense. That's
disarm
about it.
people immediately.
Yeah.
They
Like
learn how to
I,
kill civilians
I don't
without
want to be.
making it look
They learn how
like
to commit
they're
war
killing civilians.
crimes.
I mean, yeah, like I'm sorry, like yes, we learn how to like we're not allowed to learn the what quote unquote killing moves until we are black belts. Like there are certain things that we're not allowed to learn, like certain chokeholds that we're not allowed to learn until we're black belts because there's the implication that we are mature enough to gauge our own strength.
I
And
have
not
you
use
know,
I
I
would
used
say
to be
probably
a
yeah.
green belt.
So like yeah, there's like basic self defense ones, but like the chokeholds that knock somebody out in like 3 seconds, you don't learn until until you reach a certain level, because being a like even practicing those are dangerous, and you have to know you have to be aware enough of your own body to know when to stop.
Yeah, no,
Interesting.
he's
But
not up. Oh, yeah,
I
keep going.
feel
Sorry.
like somebody who's in the military should be considered legally a weapon too, because
Yeah, I
I
IDK,
mean,
agree.
if you're in the National Guard,
like
I would
what
imagine there would
that's
be
kind of
some
like
benefit.
messed up thinking about it. So you're telling me that somebody who's like a Marine that trained for like however many hours a day Marines train to specifically hurt people or fight is not considered a weapon, but me, someone who has gone to karate for like a few hours every week is?
Well, I think
I'm
the
sorry.
difference is in time, because Marines don't actually train that much to learn how to, hurt someone
Yeah,
physically with
but
their
they do it
hands.
nonstop. You know, if
No,
you
yeah,
can learn a language in a couple months if you're doing it nonstop.
true, but like
The same with
they don't spend all their time focusing on just hand-to-hand combat, which is what you have been doing. You've been going
well, I mean,
specifically
most
just for
of
hand-to-hand combat and maybe weapons. But
but
most
all
like
of the
Marines
stuff
and
that they
servicemen
learn
and stuff, they learn a bunch of other
hand to
stuff
hand,
too.
but all the stuff they learn hand to hand wise is completely practical.
True.
Like, I'm not saying what we learn isn't practical. I'm just saying we spend a lot more time on like breathing exercises and forms, and I highly doubt the military spends 20 minutes in a chain horseback stance because to balance or like
I mean, they might. I don't know. I'm asking my Navy buddy, but he's asleep, and
I
he
so
hung
mean,
out with a bunch of Marines.
See, the main
I'm
difference
guessing the
between
thing that
someone who
makes
knows
them
karate,
a lethal weapon would probably be, I mean, just
It would just be their training as
training with
well, but it
lethal
wouldn't be
weapons.
their
well, I
But I
mean,
don't
hand-to-hand
know
don't
if
they
they
have
actually
this?
have, huh?
Wouldn't they be trained like like more than a police officer would be though?
No, I
I
think
don't
they
think
have
so.
around the same
Because I
amount
think
of
a police
training.
officer should be considered legally a weapon too.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Probably,
No, I think
but
that they have the, what's the word? I think they have more justification to use force.
But
Uh, uh, but I
basically,
guess it depends on like the medium on how they do it.
yeah.
Like you have
basically the major
different.
difference. Sorry,
like
go ahead.
I think that people in the military should legally be considered weapons too, because I'll be real, if I'm going up against some like I again don't go out seeking fights, but I feel like the implication is there's like a difference between going into the military and going into martial arts. Like I personally do it because I couldn't run as a kid, and it was the only thing I could do that would like get my blood up without having to run
Hmm.
because I had like my feet were messed up.
Have
Oh,
you ever had to fight anybody yet?
Have I ever had to what?
fight anyone, he
Fight
said.
anybody?
We do sparring and grappling.
No, but I think
Okay,
he
so you
means
haven't like
like
ran into anyone
in
in a
real
dark alley
life.
or anything?
No. But I'm gonna say, like, if I'm 100% honest gauging my skills, if I were up against somebody who is in the military, I'm 100% sure that they would probably win because they are trained for combat situations. I am not. Like, I am trained how to do martial arts, which I do it for the art, not for the fighting. And I feel like if you're in the military, you learn more about the actual like how to impair somebody and get them in a chokehold as quickly and efficiently as possible, which is different from learning how to gracefully kick. Like you don't need to be able to kick above your head to knock someone unconscious.
Right, so it
That's
would
true.
just be like the
Two
different
fingers and
fighting
stab 'em.
style.
Exactly. So I feel like if you're in the military, you should also legally be considered a weapon. If I'm, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I think I'm coming around to, you know, Evil's
Yeah,
point. Because they are
yeah,
technically
different.
taught a more efficient way of just
The re-
karate and just like self-defense. I think it's Krav Maga or something. What's it called? It has a
It might
weird
be
name.
like
It's
it might
specifically
be
just
something
to
like
be to neutralize your target as fast as possible. Is essentially
yeah.
what they learn. So I think you're right. They should be
shoot 'em.
legally considered a weapon. But I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that the military, in and of itself, as a structure, isn't really responsible. It doesn't really give a fuck. While as I don't know, what would black belt hierarchy like legal structure be considered, or is that
The
just
No,
down
but
to the
it's like
dojo
it's
in the
itself?
70s,
definitely the government that because
Okay,
like it's
so
not
then someone probably
It's
made like a complaint some years ago, maybe 20 some odd years ago, about a black belt who used excessive force, and oh, they should know better, and then it became a law and something. But a veteran,
out.
goes out and he beats someone up, and they're like, oh, he's a
Yeah,
veteran,
like
you should know better.
I
So I
mean,
think
real
the
talk. I feel the
know,
likelihood of. I'm not saying every veteran's messed up. I'm not.
yeah,
I'm not saying that at all. But the likelihood of like I know a couple people that were dishonorably discharged for
ooh,
doing cocaine
oh,
and crap,
well, that's
and I feel like they had the military training, even though they are no longer in the military. They had the training. They knew how to efficiently disarm somebody. They should legally be considered a weapon too.
okay. Well, I think the other thing is, in theory, they have the knowledge, but in practice, because they don't practice all the time. You practice somewhat regularly, at least while you're actually at the dojo and training every week. While
Yeah,
a veteran doesn't exactly train all that often once they're out of it.
But they have that know-how.
they
They
have the
have the
know-how
knowledge,
though.
yes, but they don't have the practice that they used
Well,
to,
I
which is
mean,
the
I'm
thing.
gonna say this right now. I don't have the practice on how
Oh well, yeah,
the
but this
efficient
is
practice on
saves.
knocking somebody
Yeah,
unconscious with a chokehold,
but
but I know how to do it.
well, yeah, well, then it'd be the exact same situation because now you're also out of practice. So even though you're technically considered a weapon, you wouldn't be able to do it as efficiently as you used to while you were. And the same
Yes,
ideal
but
would technically apply to a
okay.
veteran, technically, but
As
they
someone
should
who
still be
has
a weapon.
taken breaks from karate for a couple of years and stuff, you don't forget how to do something correctly.
Yeah,
Like it's like riding a bicycle. So once you figure out how to get somebody's arm in a certain like lock, you don't really
I remember
it's like
arm
something
locks.
clicks in your head and you know how to do it. Maybe you can't do it in like 2 seconds, or maybe it takes you two
Yeah,
seconds instead of like half a second to do it. But you can still efficiently do it, and that's a
I
one
remember
up on
doing arm bars. I can do one.
anybody else and have the knowledge how to do that.
Oh man, I
Like
miss doing
Yeah, I
arm
think
bars.
I think the knowledge is the most dangerous
the
thing.
knowledge is the most dangerous thing
Yeah,
because like if anybody somebody who does not have like basic self-defense training gets somebody holds them holds them, my first instinct is elbow and knee because those are things they can't grab easily,
hmm,
and to the groin or to the solar plexus. Somebody else would just struggle, if you get what I'm saying.
yeah. I
Like
think that also lends
I
more.
know how to respond in that situation because I have been taught. And if you were in the military, you are doubly taught how to respond in situations because that's what they train you for specifically.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I like how this all
yeah, I know what
started.
you're saying. But I think that might also lend more to your point is like if a veteran or someone who's in the military or has been, out of it, still has that knowledge, then because they're out of practice, they might use excessive force without, their knowledge because they can't remember how much is necessary. So they might overdo it, which is also dangerous.
Hmm.
But I feel like because they have that knowledge, they should be held responsible for
Yeah, totally.
having it.
Mhm.
Okay, we all agree.
We all agree.
Bizarre Slam is disappointed that you won't kill him.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
unfortunately.
I just posted that.
Sorry about that.
No, that's all right.
Yeah,
Find
I
somebody
put a
else.
small, I put a sad face and everything. Pretty
Yeah.
sad.
Oh, do you want to read Spa Day?
Jesus Christ. I wish
My phone is about to die.
I
Oh,
can't read anymore right now.
You want to just call it here, or do you want to?
If
Or
you
I
guys
could
want to
read one.
read, I'll do like a character voice, but I
All
can't read
right.
a whole thing.
Yeah, I thought you'd need a break from that too.
Thank you.
All right. So what do you want to read then?
Whatever you guys are game for, I'm cool with whatever.
Let's
I have
see.
no idea what time it is because this
It should
computer.
be 10 almost for
It's
you.
9 o'clock Midwest time, so I would imagine you are
10.
like
Yeah, it
10
should be
o'clock.
almost 10 for you.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. We could read Spa Day then.
God.
All
What's
right. I'm
spot
gonna
at?
link that quick.
Oh, I'll just listen in.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to hop in and be
Give me 1 second.
I don't want to be any of this.
Dead.
I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to desktop.
All right.
Okay.
I'll be
Yeah,
right back.
we'll give you a minute.
Wow, this sounds super uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Dragon murder, loot actions, explosive semen, foreskin play,
Oh God, I
Emperor.
forgot that's the one with Seymour in it.
Belly rubs.
Is
There
that
we
this
go.
chapter or is that the next one?
Avi, oh, ew. Avi position. Gross.
Yeah, that's some
Sorry
weird
if
shit.
that's your kink, but gross.
I don't think it's anyone's kink here.
It's not, no.
No. I don't think any of us are into that shit.
I don't know, man. Nudism is pretty hot.
Yeah, I guess nudism's alright. Yeah, that's pretty.
You know, that's
pretty
pretty
par.
tame,
It's pretty
actually.
tame.
I mean, I'm nude in the shower, but that doesn't really get me off.
Yeah. I think it's more people being nude together is what nudism means. No, it might just
I
be
don't
You
know,
might
because
I
there's
don't know.
voyeurism.
Yeah, that's voyeurism, I guess.
you might be onto something there.
I think that's just
But then again, I mean, technically, like theoretically, there's nothing erotic about seeing people naked. If that's just a weird thing. It's just those two things
no, like
converge.
that's part of the
If that makes
intimacy,
sense.
isn't it?
I mean, you can be naked and not be intimate.
This is true. I honestly feel like there's something more like intimately sexual about seeing somebody in their underwear than fully naked.
Yeah, because it gives more to the imagination.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
hi, welcome back.
Cool.
Yeah, we
Welcome
do.
back.
I have the good mic on now.
nice.
Instead of just
You're
my
so
right.
loud. I have
Very
to turn
nice.
your
Yeah,
voice
I have
down
to
now.
tone you down.
Basically, I am now the most important person in this room now that my volume is louder.
Oh well,
Holy
I could
crap.
just turn you down. Look at that.
You're too powerful.
Wow.
I'm pretty powerful.
Too powerful.
Yes. Basically,
Oh god, no! What did I do? Accidental.
was
I was trying to turn you down. I don't know
Oh,
what I
To mute
invited
him.
you
join
to.
full invasion.
Oh yeah. Is that what I linked
I'm
you
in
to?
the full
Sorry.
invasion Discord now.
I
Rad.
guess I'll be Cloud.
All right.
Okay, I should probably decide what I
There's only two characters.
Dead.
No, there's
Um,
three. There's Seymour and Sephiroth. Then you want to be?
And there's Kuja. I think Kuja's in this
Kuja's in
too.
here too. Shit. All right.
I still don't know
I
what
could
a
try to
Final
be Sephiroth or.
You still don't know what?
what a Final Fantasy is. I dug myself so deep.
Don't worry
Okay, so
about it.
basically every single part is standalone.
Oh,
Every single game is standalone.
They
Okay.
might share
And
universes though.
they might it's arguable, but the premise is that in each one the apocalypse is happening in some way or another. That's like the reoccurring theme, and they have to stop the end of the world.
The apocalypse is happening, and some blonde boy has to save the world. Usually
Not
blonde.
all the times. Sometimes it's Squall, and he's not blonde.
Yeah, but Squall's Squall.
And Lightning has pink hair.
Oh yeah, also Lightning. But it's usually like a blonde male.
Noctis is a brunette.
Oh wait. Oh, I forgot about Noctis actually. Yeah, but he
Noctis
has.
is a thing.
Yeah, I forgot about Noctis.
I mean,
Let's see. It's Titus, Zidane, Cloud. Who are the other ones? I think one of them was
you're
the
forgetting
princess.
like there's several white-haired protagonists
Yeah,
from
I
the
know.
earlier
I'm
games.
trying to remember. Like, there's the one
Cecile
princess from
Harvey.
like I think the second or
There's
first one.
Furion. There's Terra,
Oh
who's
yeah, there's
from
Terra. I
Final
forgot about
Fantasy.
Terra.
There's like the hero of light.
Sephiroth said huskily.
What?
Hello, Cloud. Sephiroth said huskily.
Oh,
I
yes.
was
Sounded like he was reading lines while being held at gunpoint. To Cloud, who hasn't heard anybody's voice in anything other than low-quality Zoom call over the 2 months.
Yeah, those good.
It was pure chocolate.
All right.
However, as sexy as Sephiroth sounded, he looked even more attractive, unlike Cloud, who had completely forgotten most non-crucial attempts at personal hygiene after day 3 of quarantine. Sephiroth radiated spa day energy. He clearly spent most of his time cooped up, moisturizing his skin and deep conditioning his hair. Cloud could smell the coconut oil 10 feet away, and bam, it did wonders. Sure, the dishonorably discharged war vet looked inhumanely attractive before COVID, but now his hair looks ultra silky and his skin looks super soft and smooth and probably felt a lot like velvet in aftershave. Okay, I don't want to read this anymore.
You want me to be
I'll
narrator?
try.
Sure, go for it.
Okay.
I'll continue on. Cloud blinked.
Okay.
It has been weeks since he truly interacted with someone IRL. Dash. Grocery workers didn't count. Dash. and he couldn't remember how conversations were supposed to go. He had a vague feeling standing in a wall market parking lot in a turtleneck sweater and wolf patterned pajama bottoms and staring. Is that starring? Staring?
Staring.
Staring, yeah. He had touts. Yeah, I don't know. Wasn't the correct way to socialize. Then again, Cloud was never a master. This might be normal. Who knew? Zach probably did. Would have known, that is, how to socialize. Zach, dot, dot, dot.
Io, you want to read?
Who's this, anyways?
This is just narration, I think.
Fuck, I don't know.
For
This
Cloud.
is just narration.
This is Zach. Who's Zach, dude?
Zach is
No,
not here.
now wasn't the time to think about Zach. Sephiroth was the one he should be focusing on right now.
This is hard to
Wait.
follow. I'm not entirely
hard to
sure what's
follow.
going on.
I'm not.
Really don't get it.
I don't.
Okay, so basically, they're at a grocery store and
Okay.
Grocery store,
in a
okay.
grocery store parking lot, and Cloud is thinking about Zach when he should be thinking about Sephiroth. He's standing in front of him. That's what's going on.
He's
That
spacing
bastard.
out hardcore.
That's his entire character. Basically, Cloud's entire character is that he is cloudy in the head, that he has PTSD flashbacks all the time.
Oh, I get it. This is actually really good writing.
Yes.
Since I'm confused, I'm in the mind of Cloud.
Yes.
Exactly.
You're getting there. You understand.
That's the entirety of Final Fantasy VII, being confused because Cloud is confused. There you go.
I'm gonna
Spoiler alert.
leave the full invasion Discord. I don't like it.
Oh yeah, leave that. That was an accident.
If
I was trying to adjust your volume and accidental.
basically, it's not important.
Yes.
Okay, wait. Who's saying the next?
The what?
Wait, what is even happening?
Oh,
I'm
alright.
so confused.
I'll be the narrator then, and Sephiroth, I think. If you want to be, sorry, who do you want to be? You want to be?
Would I be Cloud?
I don't know who's saying who.
There's Seymour.
That's what I'm
and
so
I assume
Nobody is
stuff that's
talking yet.
already.
Nobody is talking.
Yeah,
It's
no one's
just...
talking yet.
I'm
just
just going to
deciding
skip
who's
to
gonna
the
be
very end.
Oh.
I'm going to read a single excerpt. Looky here, miss. You came to the wrong side of town to be lugging around so much belly. Let me and the boys give you a hand with that.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a good fan fiction, actually.
Yeah, it is. It's very good. It's very well written.
Actually, extremely good.
Yeah.
Quote: He fucked himself.
All right. All right. So we stopped at Goddess, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goddess.
Goddess. Cloud had spent way too much time alone lately. Sephiroth was willing to change that. The silver-haired fox held out his hand, invitingly. Come here. Loud.
We're supposed to maintain 6 feet of distance in public.
The blonde shook his head, getting dandruff all over his shoulders.
WRO rules, not mine.
For a
But
second.
you're doing both Cloud and Sep?
No, I'm doing Sephiroth. She's doing Cloud.
I had to
Oh.
adjust my voice because I realized it wasn't.
Did she sound like
Cloudy.
me? Is that what you thought?
No, I'm completely lost in the story.
Oh, alright.
Okay, they're maintaining 6 feet of distance in public.
Because of coronavirus.
I think it
Okay.
means like he doesn't know who's talking.
Oh,
Right?
No,
No?
I'm just kind of lost in general.
I'm
There's a lot of
Cloud.
things
That's
wrong with
the
me.
only
So
character I
Cloud
will
is
voice.
blonde. And Sephiroth
Cloud.
Cloud is
Here's
blonde,
some notes.
yes.
Cloud, blonde.
Cloud is blonde.
I'll
Sephiroth
post
is
pictures.
Yeah, just post
gray, I
pictures
guess.
of who they are.
It's
in
silver.
Smash.
It's not gray. It's silver.
He uses
There's a
like
He
an
has
entire
gray hair.
bottle
He's
of
in
shampoo.
Smash. He has a big
Yes,
sword
this
and
is
killed
true.
Mario.
Yes, he killed Mario. This is true.
Cloud has a memory with him, and it doesn't like it.
Okay, Sephiroth killed Cloud's parent, his mom. That's why.
I haven't completely, dude. Just spoiled.
That's
It's
not
not
a
even a
spoiler.
spoiler.
That's
did.
literally the thing
Yeah,
at
you
the
did.
beginning,
It's
the
literally the
opening.
first thing
I'm
you
at the
learn.
part
That's
where
why
Cloud
Cloud
dresses
hates
up as a
Sephiroth.
girl in Final Fantasy VII, and you just absolutely spoiled that for me.
That wasn't a
Thanks, bye.
spoiler. That's like literally happens very early on.
Yeah, and I wasn't there yet.
It's right
Where
after
were you?
Midgard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's like the
just
very
got
beginning.
out
That's
of
disc
Midgard.
one.
Okay,
Ugh, all right.
I can't believe it.
I'm sorry. It's not even like that's not even the big spoiler of that
I'm gonna
scene.
gaslight you this entire night.
Oh God.
Here, I'm just giving
Sephiroth
you the
looks
whole
like a
cast.
fag. I don't like his hair in this picture. It looks like he like didn't put any volume in it.
Who?
That's
Clouds or
his whole
Sephiroth?
entire. Okay, so these are the only characters in this thing, and
Oh God.
Hey Pike, do you want to become famous by followers, primes, and viewers on
Oh wow.
fakefollowers.com?
Wow. Oh.
Fakefollowers.com.
Is that?
I'm intrigued. I would love
No,
some
no, it's
fake
in your chat
followers.
screen.
okay, so this is our cast.
No, I'm not gonna respond
Seymour
to that
looks like
last
a
one.
fag. I do
He
not
looks more
like
like a
his color
clown.
palette.
Yeah.
Oof.
Thank you for agreeing with the
Seymour
rest
looks
of
like
us.
the type of guy to be at Dragon Con with the thong.
Yeah.
So this is our cast. Who wants to be who?
I'll be Cloud,
Okay,
since
I'll
you
be
spoiled me
Kucha.
already.
I'll be Seymour.
I'll be Seth.
Okay.
Seymour
You
Buck.
guys gonna have to tell me when I come up because I have no clue.
Do you want to
Yeah,
start
me
the whole
too.
thing from the top?
Yeah, I'll start from the top.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want me to narrate? I don't mind.
No, I can narrate.
Hello,
You need the
Cloud.
break. Oh, come on.
No,
what are
I
you
can
doing?
do it. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
You're ready.
I
I'm
mean,
ready to
I kind
cringe.
of wanted though. I want to.
Okay, go, go,
Hello,
go.
All right, here we
Cloud.
go.
Sephiroth
If
said
you're game.
huskily.
All right, Sephiroth said huskily. He sounded like he was reading lines while being held at gunpoint. To Cloud, who hasn't heard anybody's voice in anything other than a low-quality Zoom call in over 2 months, it was pure chocolate. However, as sexy as Sexeroth sounded, he looked even more attractive. Unlike Cloud, who'd completely forgone most non-crucial attempts at personal hygiene after day 3 of quarantine, Sephiroth radiated spa energy. He clearly spent most of his time cooped up moisturizing his skin and deep conditioning his hair. Cloud could smell the coconut oil 10 feet away, and damn, it did wonders. Sure, the dishonorably discharged war vet looked inhumanely attractive before COVID, but now his hair looked ultra silky smooth. His skin looked super soft, smooth, and probably felt a lot like velvet and aftershave. Cloud blinked. It had been weeks since he had truly interacted with someone IRL. Grocery workers didn't count, and he couldn't remember how conversations were supposed to go. He had a vague feeling standing in a Walmart parking lot in a turtleneck sweater and wolf pattern pajama bottoms and staring. It wasn't the correct way to socialize. Then again, Cloud was never a master. And so this might be normal. Who knew? Zach probably did. Would have. Known, that is. How to socialize. Zach. No, now wasn't the time to think about Zach. Sephiroth was the one he should be focusing on right now. Goddess. Cloud had spent way too much time alone lately. Sephiroth was willing to change that. The silver-haired fox held out his hand invitingly. Come here, Cloud.
My little PogChamp.
Please don't. Never say
God.
that again.
Can't.
I can't unhear
We're
that.
supposed.
Sorry.
Can't. Fuck you, Sephiroth. We're supposed to remain 6 feet apart. Fuck you. The blonde shook his head, getting dandruff all over his shoulders. Roll rules, not mine.
It's
Just say
a
WRO.
WRO.
Roll. Yeah, I said it.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, roll.
For a second,
Roll rules.
Sephiroth's eternal grin faltered. Then it returned, twice as maniac and deranged as ever. His eyes did not spook serial killers. His eyes did that spooky serial killer thing where the pupils grew and contracted rapidly.
I hate it when that
Are
happens.
you implying I'm diseased? A being as perfect as myself is incapable of contracting illness.
You could be a kid.
Did Blizzard die?
Are you okay?
Did he die? Did he pass out?
Boy.
Kind of risking it.
Okay.
Okay.
Cloud. Sephiroth
I'm
didn't
just going to
whine.
paraphrase a lot of this shit.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Cloud. Sephiroth didn't whine his name, but he had said it in the flattest monotone that may as well have been a whine. Cloud stared at him blankly, blue hues failing to feel compassion for the man who burnt his hometown. Former demon of Wutai. The current homeless man with a magical skincare routine. Exhaled, exhaled condescendingly before his creepy, dead-eyed grin appeared more amped up than ever before. If distance is the issue, my blade, Sephiroth's infamous blade, Muskamune appeared in his left hand. And yes, Sephi is left-handed, just like my dad. Squeals and drowns in vaginal excrement from fangirls over Final Fantasy villain Too Hard. Teehee! In a wisp of dark, spooky smoke, the silver-haired hottie twisted his wrist so that the sharp part of his sword reflected the light into his relish-colored eyes provocatively. My blade, Sephiroth continued, is 6 feet long. The hilt is an additional foot long. I could penetrate you without breaking social distancing regulations. Cloud looked at the sword and back to the douchebag holding it. He wasn't that desperate. He wasn't desperate enough to fuck a sword. Except he kinda was.
Except he kind of was.
Except he kinda was, yeah, totally, man.
This is awful.
God. It had been way too long since he had witnessed Tifa's ungodly breast physics in person, and gotten thoroughly turned off. This cute little gay booty had nothing better to do but to think about homosexual intercourse and politics during quarantine. Cloud was, for the lack of better phrasing, simultaneously depressed about the upcoming presidential election and incredibly horny. While Cloud was salivating over the concept of sex, Sephiroth proceeded to remove his tight leather pants that gripped his gorgeously
Going
sculpted
on in the
ass
fucking parking
like
lot.
Do you guys like that? God, God, I'm
Is
sweating
it
so
public
much.
displays if everybody's in the house for
They're
quarantine?
always watching these two like fucking lady boys.
They're not
say,
lady boys.
like-
Only Cloud's slightly ladylike. Sephiroth is.
I don't know. Sephiroth didn't.
Look, all
volume
he's got
his
is long
hair,
hair.
so
That's
I
not
guess
ladylike.
it kind of
I
is.
mean, his lashes though.
Okay, lashes.
He's got
granted.
lashes.
But just because, he's tall and looks like a fairy doesn't mean he's ladylike.
He's a very pretty
You
man.
just
He's a
said he
very
looked
pretty
like a
man.
fairy.
Or I mean,
Yeah,
male
but that's
fairy.
Very-
there's male fairies.
Fairy. Fuck.
That just means they're ladies.
Yeah, and they look like girls too.
No, well, I guess
That's the point.
That's true.
I mean, they're gender neutral.
They're gender neutral.
I guess. I don't know.
Sephiroth is gender neutral.
I haven't read the fairy lore book.
Neither have I.
Yeah.
How
Okay.
do you know then?
Okay,
Huh?
something.
Well, you haven't read a book about fairies?
I read one about like trolls and gnomes once.
I read one of
was
the
really
Tinkerbell
bored.
books way back when.
Oh yeah.
I have a book called Dragonology that's all about dragons.
Oh, I have that
Ooh, I
too.
have
I have
that
the exact same
too.
book.
Oh,
Same.
fuck.
Is it blue? The blue one?
Oh, I have the
that's
red one.
original. I have that too. I have the red
Oh,
one
I have
and
the
the blue one.
I don't have
I
the
have
blue
the
one. I
blue
always
one.
wanted to buy the blue one, but I could never find it. I should get it off Amazon.
Yeah, it's called Wizology. It's
Oh,
upstairs in the
nice.
attic.
Yeah, I got
Okay,
the
are we ready to
Dragonology.
continue?
Yeah.
I guess.
All right.
What happened? He's in a fucking
He's
Walmart
horny.
parking
He's
lot.
in a
And he's
Walmart
taking off
parking
his.
lot. Tifa has breasts. Oh, that's all I can remember. All right, here we go.
So,
Oh, you were gonna say
well,
something?
Cloud was salivating the concept of sex.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, Cloud was
Oh
salivating
yeah, I'm Cloud.
over the concept of sex. Sephiroth proceeded to remove his tight
The concept of Sephiroth
leather.
impaling you with a 6-foot sword with a 1-foot hilt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's happening too.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna keep reading that.
How'd you put that in the sedan?
I mean, it just disappears. It's magic.
Or you even
Well, basically, they did have a part where he had to sit in the back of a truck because his sword was so long. Like that is mentioned at one point.
that's kind of
But
funny.
can't he just make it disappear?
Well, no, he can't make it disappear until after he like fuses with Genova. That was like a power that he developed later. So before he couldn't make a sword come in, he had to
Wow,
literally
God, that's a really fucking inconvenient.
Yeah,
Put
it
it in
was.
the truck bed.
They mentioned that a couple of times that his sword is, and also that he had like a I also mentioned that their swords stay on their back with like some type of magnetic system.
But how would it stay on his back if it's like
Neat.
Well,
taller than him?
no. Basically, like no, like Zack's giant and
Yeah.
Cloud's giant ass swords.
Yeah.
The way that they stay on their back isn't they don't have a regular like sword carrier because the sword's so stupidly big. There's like a gigantic like magnet that's like they carry around that holds the sword.
They're wearing like a little
Gotcha.
harness that has a
Yeah, the
magnet.
harness it's just a giant
Oh,
magnet.
so it's not
Kinda
armor.
funny.
It's literally just a harness to carry their stupid fucking sword.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Hold on, is that what the
Anyway,
straps on Sephiroth's chest
Yes,
are?
yes, that's a sword
Oh
harness. The
my
thing that carries the
fucking
sword harness.
god. I thought that was just
oh
because he
wow, they thought
liked
it
It
out.
has an
having
actual purpose.
chafed
That's what
nipples
it's
and
for.
shit. Oh my god.
I like Sephiroth's football pads.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Those are pauldrons.
Yeah.
He's
So
got
the
two
straps on his
pauldrons.
chest are his his
Oh,
sword
that's just a...
holster.
Wait, no, he does have two pauldrons. Why the fuck does he have two pauldrons?
I don't know what the pauldrons are for. They're stupid.
Why does he
But
have one on top of the other? That's so stupid.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know
God
what the
damn
pauldrons
it.
are for. That part does not make sense. The fact that he's wearing a trench coat doesn't make sense. But the
Okay,
straps on his
the trench
chest
coat
have
is
an actual
obviously
purpose.
just for cool factor, because he wants to feel cool.
His
But
tight pants that gripped his gorgeously sculpted ass like a new driver on a steering wheel. He shredded him down the middle with his overly long sword, tying the hilt to said sword to his overly long phallus with a strand of overly long hair.
Ew.
A lot of overly longs in this.
I mean, things are really long.
It's
that Sephiroth
things are
didn't
very
wait
long in Final
for his
Fantasy.
potential partner's verbal consent before unboxing himself somehow reminded Cloud of the social implications of the upcoming presidential election, instantly converting all of his boner fluid into depressachino. No matter how touch-starved quarantine had left him, Cloud couldn't get pegged under these conditions.
You just go fuck yourself.
Cloud said
What's
and
said.
walked away. Anyone want to pick up?
Oh,
Or...
I'll pick it up.
And
You want me
that's
to?
exactly what Sephiroth did. He fucked himself, but not in the traditional sense. Where
The
one
enthusiasm is
masturbates
killing me.
to
Yeah.
the brink of hospital. Sephiroth
But not
being
in the
part
traditional sense.
alien, part undead science project with the ability to shape his body to his own choosing, rearranged his internal organs and gave him himself a boy pussy. The boy pussy was acting like a woman's vagina, except Sephiroth, tremendous ball sack, constantly slapped it when he walked. That made it masculine. Boy pussy quote. It's probably the incorrect term. Boy's pussy quote makes it sound like Sephiroth was some cross-dressing feminine boy on TikTok, but that's not the case. Sephiroth wouldn't be caught dead lip syncing to Avril Lavigne, don't know who that is, or whatever kids listen to these days. Sephiroth, Pretty Pink Princess, was constantly drenched in excess testosterone that leaked from the base of his cock. It wasn't a boy pussy. It was a It was a mangina. Sephiroth turned his penis into a giant tentacle and fucked his mangina until it felt good. This took a while because, as a man, it was near impossible for him to find the clitoris. The clitoris wasn't even hidden yet. It was, for some reason, Sexarov kept missing. He found it eventually after filling his deuterus with 57 ejaculations worth of his stinky green myco-tainted semen. This gray-haired fox
It's so perfect.
eventually obtained the infamous female orgasm. That's how Sephiroth got himself impregnant with triplets. Okay, this is uh, Seymour Guado. Seymour Guado was a naughty boy who pretended to pray, but actually really didn't sin. Ah, fuck! What the hell? What the hell am I even reading?
Do you want to go, Pike?
Yeah, I'll
Um,
pick up if you don't want to keep
in
going.
actuality, really didn't. Instead, he, a bloody heathen, was chosen by sin, referring
Trying to
to
pick
the
the way.
deadly seven, and this giant, ugly ass sea creature that went around moaning and killing people. Hatsune Hatsune Seymour saw that thing and went, yeah. Spoiler alert, he never did. Seymour Butts grew up to be an incredibly unhinged adult with poor fashion sense. I won't bore you with the details, because literally nobody reads a fanfic with Sephiroth and Kuja in the text. Or Seymour effing Guado. Guado, aka the only main Final Fantasy villain awful enough not to make it to this Dissidia?
Dissidia.
Dissidia. What the hell is that?
It's the
It's a
giant
game.
crossover Final Fan. It's like Smash Bros, but it's only Final Fantasy characters.
Yeah.
Oh, that kind of sounds lame. He is a terrible character, both in writing and in visual design, and the sex scene with him will be the opposite of hot. I tried to write numerous times. My brain just noped on me, and I wound up taking a dump and crying myself to sleep instead. Is this like an author's like note?
Yes.
Did he forget to admit this?
What do you
Long
mean?
story short, Seymour Guado fucked a sea monster. Lately, more sin spawn than usual run among for those
Yes.
unfamiliar of enemies in FFX that are called sin spawn. That's because Seymour fucking Gelato periodically fucks Cthulhu,
You
fertilizes
just
butt.
skipped like an entire paragraph. I can't.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It said long story short, Guado. I read the first sentence. I was like, okay, that's the entire paragraph, and then I just just continued on.
That was a good paragraph, though.
Fine, I'll read it. Long story short, Seymour Guado fucked a sea monster, had a large frothing mold-tainted Moby Dick dusted in algae from the ocean. I'm describing century-old demon with a deep dong solely because that is the only aspect of his unholy union that could even potentially be viewed as somewhat arousing. Seaweed. Okay. Seaweed guacamole impaled himself on a crustacean cock longer than a list of his character flaws because a suicidal teenage girl refused to marry him. I read that sentence. One pleasant afternoon in Spira, a fairly sexed and bloated seaman Gluto decided to visit a nearby spa. ... He was the monstrous demon of Wutai, the legendary white general who reigned terror on the battlefield with his inhuman skill and has been feared by friend and foe alike. Seppi smiles fondly at that memory.
Take a break.
Oh,
You sound like you're dying
Yeah, you
inside.
sound like you're
if
drunk
only
and
those
dying
who
at the same
looked up to
time.
him
Are you
with
okay?
awe and horror could
I don't
see
think he's
him
okay.
now.
I don't think
Slam,
he can
please.
hear us.
Once revered to his godlike
Slam.
beauty, the mighty Seppi laid on the
can't
floor
tell
of
if
a cave, so
I don't think
pregnant
he
he
can hear us,
can't
honestly.
move. He's grown
like
too
it sounds like
large for
every
his
other line's
regular
being cut off. I can't.
skin-tight pants. He
Yeah.
has been forced to accommodate for his
Slam.
prego
Slam.
by wearing no pantso at all.
Seal boy.
He still wears his leather
Seal.
codo and
Oh,
like
God.
a Securito
Back.
Banqueto, and at that point sue him. Thankfully, he doesn't need to move or wear pants. He has Cloud to provide him for him. Or if he would, Cloud would answer the fucking phone.
I think we've lost control of this.
One of the triplets
He's on his
was
own.
kicking his prostate all afternoon, and that could translate to anywhere between 2 hour to 2 week motorcycle ride in 3 days.
Seal.
I
Slam, are you okay?
just kind of disassociated.
Yeah, we thought you did.
You want me to take over, or do you want to?
I'll keep going.
Okay, power through. I believe in you.
I'm enjoying
You
this
can do it.
cringe.
Okay.
I mean, like, not really, but it's kind of fun.
If you want someone else to take over, you can just do the voices if you want.
After fucking himself and sequentially knocking himself up, Seppi sought out Cloud one second time. Cloud, due to immense loneliness, finally agreed to a temporary truce and dalliance on 2 conditions. Seppi couldn't cause meteor until the pandemic blew over, and he'd self-isolate for 2 weeks prior to them hooking up. Pretty soon, Cloud stopped paying rent because his stimulus check never arrived thanks to the Postal Service becoming incompetent to forward from some political agenda. His landlord was the mega of assholes and refused to take Cloud's situation into consideration and kicked him out. That's how Sep and Cloud wound up sharing a cave together. It's not comfortable, but there's plenty of Mako to smoke. And they have plenty of blankets and sex toys that Sephiroth stole from the Honey M before his belly got too big to easily navigate a 6-foot sword around. Cloud still isn't picking up. I need some weed or something.
Some weed.
You sound like
you
you're
sound
on
like
it.
you've had too much.
Yeah.
I mean, I smoke like 2 1-hits before I go jog, and that was at like noon. So I'm still I'm basically sober right
You're
now.
on fumes?
Not really. I'm pretty much just this kind of there now.
I can
It's like I'm
reprint it
not high.
if you
I'm
want
I'm
to.
like I'm just kind of there. Anyways, the triplets kick Sephiroth's prostate again. This time much farther. And the ex-military man growls in pleasure. His boner pokes at the bottom of his baby bump and fucking Mama Sep needs some release. He unbandages the muscle and sticks his well-worn hilt into his anus, crab walking with a sword up his ass, and leaves the cave and wanders out into the surrounding wasteland until he stumbles upon a local den of dragons. What? Where did dragons come from?
They
They're
were a
just there.
local
They're
den.
always there.
It was just a local den of dragons. Okay, I'll just walk to it like it's a store. Okay.
No,
With a
he
smirk.
he crab walks with a sword up
Oh
his
yeah,
ass.
he grabs Locke with a fucking sword in his ass. Okay, oh yeah, I forgot. With a smirk, Septhifot thrusts his hips and culls the entire horde within minutes. His iconic sword swings in the air before slapping down onto his pleasure spot before he tightens his arsehole in order to down another enemy. The baby kicks in unison, and by the time all 222 dragons are felled, they got a sort of ribbon. Basically, this is a mistake on the author's part because you're supposed to. No, never mind.
What were you gonna
Based
say?
on what? Come on, tell us.
No, never.
We're curious now.
Hit swing, Javova. It feels so good. The former war hero allows himself to ejaculate in the forest covered in dragon blood, and his genetically enhanced cell spawn brutalizes his powerless prostate. His mighty sperm skyrockets 4.69 why didn't you just write it out like a number, you fucking idiot? Into the air and hails down upon both the pregnant man and the dragon corpses that surrounded him. The high radiation in his semen causes the dead dragons to immediately disintegrate as it makes contact with their fallen forms. God damn it! What the fuck? The dead dragons do not enter the live stream. They do not collect $200. They evaporate into mist and I don't know. Move on to haunt the planet in Final Fantasy 9 or something. I don't fucking know. Yeah, it's been 3 days since Cloud left, and 3 days since Sephiroth was properly milked. His slightly launched teeth squirt his green Malcolm milk all over his body. The droplets slide off his smooth, flawless skin, burn holes into the surrounding shrubbery. Due to the high acidity, that and the misty dragons caused a forest fire. Okay. Out of the surrounding flames, a coupon drifts into the War Machine's line of enhanced vision. It reads full spa treatment, 50% off. Sephiroth rubs his stomach and wonders, IDLA, if this is what having a family feels like. I don't know what that means. IDLA.
Idly?
IDLY.
Idly.
Idly. In
I
passing.
thought it was an
Idly.
acronym for a second.
No.
I completely blinked over. I was just like, what the fuck? Every eye in Trino seemed to find its way to Kuja's stomach. He couldn't exactly blame them. Is this like are we fucking having two plot lines? What's going on?
Yeah, there's a few plot lines.
Okay, this is why you need multiple plot lines in this fucking. The outfit he was wearing was intentional. His slutty mage has gone to the best tailor in town and demanded the literal most. Give me 1 second.
Who was Kuja?
Me.
Yeah, that was
Go for it.
Okay. Flashback. Give me the flashiest, most over-the-top apparel that screams abundance as well as impropriety. Kuja demanded.
Impropriety.
Impropriety. I don't know words.
Silver mane on one shoulder as he slid into a bag of coins onto the counter.
Are you okay?
Flashback.
I feel like he's
Killed him.
melting. I feel like he's literally melting as he's.
It wasn't an easy task, but the tailor delivered. Kuja's golden waistcoat stopped between his chest, stopped right beneath his chest, leaving an expansive of bare skin all the way down to his hips, where an assortment of belts held up the tail end of a tailcoat. Rather than pants, Kuja's crotch was clad in codpiece and his pink high-thigh stocking left nothing of his legs to imagination. The dress shoes he wore were padded with the skin of some endangered species, and every inch of fabric was top quality. This outfit was both a tribute and a mockery of nobility. Kuja felt socially obligated to permit both the wealthy and the peasantry to gaze upon his form, hence why he was walking on the streets like a commoner in the first place. Oh, is that what he looks like? I don't like it.
Same.
Even decked entirely in vibrant pink, golds, and purples, his attire somehow wasn't the most captivating aspect of his appearance. It caught people's attention, but it wasn't what kept it. See, Kuja was, by all appearance, incredibly pregnant. In truth, Kuja wasn't pregnant. He was simply stuffed with black mage eggs, plural. There were 6 of them, which is quite different from being pregnant with a child. Eggs don't kick for one being. For another, they grow far more quickly and pop out 2 weeks as opposed to 9 months. They're bigger than babies, but require less womb juice since the eggs themselves come packed with yolk. What the fuck? For the young to grow in. Instead of being created from the union of sperm and ovaries, like a fetus, like reality, black mage eggs come into being when a genius sorcerer, i.e., Kuja, stuffs a little magic, some dead soul mist, and half a protein shake into his cooter because daddy issues. This is an offer's note. It needs to be admitted. His belly was so grossly gravid because that had him feeling lopsided. He only had to travel a block and a half from his manor to a local spa, but in his current state, he looked hurt. Every step he took was a battle against gravity, where losing resulted him in toppling the stomach first into the cobblestone. Kuja couldn't see his legs. Were it not for the generous use of magic, the mage would be practically immobile, even with a carefully aimed float spell. Removing the weight of his stomach, walking was an exercise in balance, carrying 6 eggs. Size of forearm tends to do that to a man. But the fact that he, a man, or rather an intersex genome who identified as male, looked at pregnant that wasn't what made people triple take. To those unfamiliar with the particular brand of Pretty Boy Japan whips, give me 1 second actually. I'll be right back. I'll continue this shit.
He's gonna go vomit.
Yeah.
Oh
I
no
feel
no
it.
no! I'm grabbing a beer.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that explains a lot now. Yeah, I'm totally gonna title this "The Seal Melts in Real Time."
You guys are gonna cause me to drink.
Oh god, I probably should have gotten a drink. All
I
got is
should have
water.
probably made something.
Yeah, all I got is water and some chips.
Chip life.
Yeah.
But
How
I
are you
still have to
holding
write
up?
this paper.
Yeah. How are you holding up, Mel? Oh, I think she's dead too.
Died.
Yeah, Mel died.
Oh man,
Still
Ah.
alive. This
Oh,
is
alright.
really
this
Yeah,
is really
really
funny
something.
because
yeah.
Who would write this?
Who would write this
I
thing?
thought it was you actually.
Who? No.
No, no.
No, this is
No?
Not something like this. I
This is
wouldn't.
not something you would write. Okay, I see.
No, this is a little too much for me.
Okay,
Yeah,
where was I?
completely out of style.
He intersection gnome who identified as male. Um,
Are you
looked
okay?
pregnant wasn't what made people triple take to those unfamiliar with the particular brand of Pretty Boy Japan whips up. Kuja presented himself entirely female. No, it was the sheer girth of him that caught folks off guard. In the protectoral darkness of Trino, Kuja's stomach was a pale gorge globe, reflecting the streetlights like a small moon.
How
In
long
stark, con-
is
It's pretty long.
in stark contrast with his lean frame, his belly was. I'm skipping that. Angry purple lines glittering with massive amount. Twinkish body struggled to contain such a heavy burden. We're not even at scene 2. God damn it. Ridding himself of the stretch marks that would be easy, it would require no more than a single healing spell. Kujo could do it in half a second if so he desired. He didn't. He's a masochist. He liked having stretch marks because they were a constant reminder of how much he had forced himself to grow in such a short amount of time. If he closed his eyes and focused, he could feel the dull burn as his taut skin strained against his stomach with each inhale. It was almost as receiving a spanking, which was the closest he'd come to genuine contact with another person. Plus, the coloration was fabulous. The dark purple contrasted wonderfully with his porcelain pale skin. He matched it with all his accessories, and it would be such a shame to heal the irritated stretch marks and erase all the effort that went into dyeing the fabric of his ascot and frills to the identical shade. With all eager eyes gawking at him, Kuja knew someone had to notice and appreciate his flawless color coordination. You can fucking. There's so much detail, just so much fucking
Do
detail.
you want Pike to take over?
Now I got it.
Okay.
Or perhaps their eyes had gravitated to his most prominent feature.
What the fuck was that? Did you make bubbles in your beer?
I fucking fountained it because I wanted to make it like a cherry on top of a generous 6-scoop sundae. Kuja's belly button was so distended that it bordered on obscene. It looked like a third nipple sitting atop the monstrous mound that was his stomach. Kuja was so far large to wrap his arms around himself to touch it, but that didn't mean he couldn't feel it. He intentionally ran into the walls of his manor, belly first, which felt fantastic on his swollen and erect navel. He shouldn't have walked. He should have teleported or taken the carriage or any form of transportation other than his 2 legs, especially when he's only a day away from delaying. It was worth it. As he passed, he's finally moving. As he passed, peasantry of Trino looked upon him like some sort of god. Never had they seen such skin and never so much in one place. Their mouths opened in silent worship and their eyes widened in reverence, and Kuja positively preened. Kuja was so busy basking in the attention that he never received from his father that he did not notice the hands appearing from stage left. Scene 2, Kuja, blue-eyed, silver-haired, heavily egg-pregnant male of girlish build and manlet height, is pulled into the dark valley by Bug 1. Bugs 2 and 3 hover menacingly. Bug 1 pushes Kuja against the brick wall while his cronies surround him on either side. Who's Fug 1?
You picked the wrong. No, I can't do this.
You gotta,
Leave
you
it
gotta
I can go. I can be Thug One. You picked the wrong part of the town to show so much skin, girly.
Bug 2 begins rubbing Kuja's stomach aggressively. Bug 3 joins him. The fuck?
Look at the size of this thing carrying an airship in here.
Like the whole damn plate.
Kuja looks between all three men.
Do you think yourselves worthy of touching me?
Looky here, miss. You came to the wrong side of town to be lugging around so much Millie. Let me and the boys give you a hand with that.
Bugs 2 and 3 begin aggressively braiding Kuja's hair while Thug 1 suckles on Kuja's third teeth like a cow. Drinking from a hamster's water bottle. What the fuck? Kuja has never had a grown man slurping his belly button before. He takes out his cell phone and starts filming for his OnlyFans. That's right. Kuja has an OnlyFans account, especially to piss off his daddy. Ha, take that, Garland. Sephiroth has never been to a spa before. They aren't normally his cup of tea. However, he's homeless. He has a coupon and a giant sword, so spa seems like the perfect place to recline and itch while waiting for Cloud to return from his journey to find himself. Dressed in the blood of dragons, Sephiroth enters the establishment. He isn't wearing a mask because he doesn't care. He was immediately greeted by Madam N, who is wearing a face mask because she gives a fuck. From the 2020 FF, that's 7 remake. However, instead of running a hand massage parlor, she runs a regular spa because this is my fanfic and I make the rules. I like the deluxe pack. Oh wait, I
That's
like the
Pike.
yeah, that's fine.
That's Pike.
I'd like the deluxe
That's fine.
package.
Sephiroth states he had no idea what that pertains, but sound fancy, and he's nothing if not extra when it suits him. Madam Min eyes him disinterestedly. He is not the first naked pregnant man to have entered her place of work. and he's sure as hell he won't be the last.
Sure,
You sure you can handle it?
it.
Oh yeah, George.
Sure, you can handle it.
Yes. Sephiroth insists.
I was supposed to say fine.
And she slams her wooden fan against her wrist. Wait here.
Seymour Guado was is currently at the spa getting a manicure. His disgusting fingers looked as if they were pulled from the ground, and a poor underpaid cosmetology major was forced to look at him as he painted his nails. They were gross. He wanted to cry instead. She allowed her periodic breaks where she looked away to avert her gaze or something. I don't know. Something less offending. Oh wait, that's one of you guys.
Who's that?
Something
Who is
I don't
that?
know. Something less offending has happened to be Sephiroth's penis in the waiting room. Who's saying this? Something less offending.
I guess
don't
it's
know.
me.
Oh,
Something
okay.
less offending.
Okay, this is weird. Sephiroth might have been grown in the lab, but that doesn't mean he was circumcised. Professor Hojo is a lot of things, but he wasn't Jewish. Fucking Jews. He didn't believe in cutting off
No.
pieces of his prize specimen TV. Neither did Seymour Guado's parents. Seymour and Sephiroth looked at each other, both eyed the other's baby bulge appraisingly, where Seymour was the low-hanging and softer of a deep navel. Sephiroth was super round and nearly twice his size. Their guts are irrelevant. Okay, thanks. What's important here is that they both have erect penises tingling beneath their guts. And both of them were wrapped in lovely foreskin like baby burritos, or in Sephi's case, a very large burrito XD. I'm just not going to read the author's fucking notes. With inhuman speed, Sephiroth lunged across the room and shoved his penis in Seymour's foreskin. Seaweed's back arched, putting his belly at the perfect angle except Sephiroth's erect tummy tit allowed into his hollow cavern. They were like puzzle pieces fitting together perfectly. Sulfurat gyrated to the beat of Freddie Mercury's Living on My Own, despite Katy Perry's Firework playing over the speakers. And Seymour just sat there and took it because he was afraid to move and fuck up his nails. One of the triplets inside of Sephiroth ejaculated premature. Fuck off. And that increased the pressure in the womb, causing dank Mako to shoot out of the nun-winged angel's stomach nub into Seymour's anxiously waiting belly button. I'm having a stroke. The Mako causes Seymour to mutilate into his flux final boss form. The woman doing his nails has a heart attack and cries. Nobody hears her over the sound of Seymour encouraging Sephiroth to kill himself. At the edge of Trino, there's a spa. There's a magical sort of place that does what it does and does it very well. This particular spa also exists on the divide between worlds, so it simultaneously exists in every universe at once. Thanks, Ryder. Out of the ridiculous amount of spas he's been to, this one is Kuja's favorite because they're the only ones willing to wax his balls and dye his hair at the same time. That kind of efficiency is something he appreciates, so he has regular monthly appointed, scheduled every third Tuesday from 9 to 9. Unfortunately, he's going to be a little late this month. ... Thank you, Velvet Rose 56. I fucking want to kill it.
You powered
Velvet
through.
Rose, they didn't
You're
even
dead
write this.
now.
They just liked it.
The comment.
Hey,
There's
Evil.
3 comments.
Going back to one conversation about you jabbing your fingers in my neck, can you do it like right now?
If she won't do it, I'll do it.
Use some of your
Mercy
karate
killing.
Look,
knowledge.
I'm not a
Use
black
black
belt.
to strangle
Legally,
me.
I
I'm
can
fucking
kill you.
gonna die.
Hello, Jeff. I will now Fortnite dance in your honor.
She
Oh, what?
said
There's
it.
more?
No, Jeff just wanted to say something from Twitch.
Oh, okay.
Because we're still streaming. By
Oh
the
wait,
way.
this is on Twitch.
This is on Twitch. Yeah.
Oh,
I
wait.
said that
Oh
a few
shit,
times.
watching.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Hi Twitch audience. Draw a seal. I fucking guess. I don't know. My name is Arslan, and you can call me Seal, or you can call me whatever. I don't fucking care.
Cool.
Rad.
It's pretty cool.
So
Follow me on Twitter at Discount Seal. I post art and stuff, I guess.
did you like that fanfic?
Oh, not really.
Poor Flam.
I read the entire thing. I narrated everything. I tried to my best ability not to like feel the
Die.
pressure formulating my frontal lobe and explode. And
It was that bad.
no, not really. I'm hyping it up.
1
Okay.
star.
I'm giving it a 5 out of 10
Ooh, that's not too bad. That's pretty good.
because this is the first fan fiction I read. It'd probably be the last.
And what a fan fiction it was.
That's
Oh
fair.
god.
That's fair.
It's pretty fair. Basically, yeah.
So basically, it happened.
So basically, Velvet Rose 57 as well as 3 desks left kudos on this work.
There were 3 comments on it as well.
Oh, let's read those.
Who read this all the way and decided to comment on it? I'm very
My
Just a few
love,
people.
my love, you have left me speechless. My love, you have left me speechless. This is from Anonymous on chapter 1. The immediate dread that fell upon seeing this only grew as I read it. How do you know exactly how to completely fuck up my day? It's rip it asunder, tear it to pieces, and then cast it. I don't like this. Once again, I'm asking, are you okay? Okay. You wrote this. It's not evil.
No, it's not evil. Someone called BB Played.
Oh, okay.
Plaid.
Thanks, BB. Thank you, BB Played. You played me.
Would write such a thing.
Oh god.
Someone that's too far gone. The same
Bad
person that writes
genius.
this kind of shit is the same person that goes to like furry con late at night. And it's like they go into the VIP room, they know what's up, and then they see all the other people, or the Yif Central, you might want to call it.
The Yif Corner.
Yif Corner,
The Yif Hut, if you will.
basically the Yif Hub.
Yip Squad.
The Yif Squad.
Yif Hub. Excuse me.
How
Sorry,
many beers have you had?
Twitch followers. Just one.
Oh, just the one?
Actually, not a beer. I completely lied. It's Hanada Dry
Oh,
ginger
nice.
ale.
That's some good
Yeah.
shit.
As far as drinking alone goes, I don't really do that.
Oh, but you're not technically alone.
Yeah, we're reading bad
Technically.
fanfic.
This is like the perfect
Fair enough.
opportunity
Fair
to drink.
enough. Time to break out the bottle of Bailey's.
Hell yeah.
I don't have a bottle of Bailey's, but
Oh. It's unfortunate.
it is. Yeah. You guys remember those like old commercials of like little freezy cups? You're able to put like whatever you want in it, and it becomes its slushy.
Oh.
Like a little infomercial.
I have
Crazy
no
cups.
idea what you're talking about.
You mean like the
Let me
cups you
look.
put in the freezer?
Yeah, it's like a little like rubber tube you put in the freezer, and then you're able to like
I think
shake it
I
out
know
and
what
it
you're
turns
talking
into
about.
a slushy.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Instant
Infomercials.
instant slush info, not infomercial, but actually, yeah, it's infomercial. Yeah, jumbo slushy magic slush.
Rad.
It's like, can I not do that? I wanna show you guys.
Okay, I'm gonna call it a night.
All right.
Toodaloo.
Yeah. See you,
I probably call it night as well.
Yeah,
All right.
It was fun suffering.
Ooh, let's do those. Yeah, I
Suffering
remember
is
those.
fun.
Yeah.
Suffering is pretty fun.
That's
So
fun.
imagine getting some of that and putting some of Sephiroth's cum in it. Do you think it'll slush it up?
Probably might.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it would.
I
I have
still
not
gotta
put
make dinner.
I
Thank
haven't put
you,
any thought
Sephiroth.
into it, but I think it would.
Okay. I'm just kind of. I'm not an expert, so I'll just ask.
I see. All right, I'll catch you
Yeah.
guys later.
Yeah, I'll
See ya.
probably leave too, since
Alright,
everyone
I'm
is.
walking off. See ya.